dare to dream.
We see your story and we invite you to write it with us. Your story matters. APSA.
You are listening to Citi 97.3 FM, the city's finest.
There can be no other 97.3. No need to change. Keep it tuned to Citi. You're number one. Don't look no further. We've got it all covered. Citi FM.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, my neighbor.
Good morning to life.
Good morning.
Music, talk, inspiration, in perspective.
Express yourself. Good morning, my neighbor.
Citi FM, your station.
It's a refreshing lifestyle.
Citi FM 97.3.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is Citi 97.3.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation. The Citi Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
come on, Citi, and come on, say, hey, can't talk for one comment, you may pass it. She ranking on me, ultimate Italian, ultimate top, I can see, I can't tell me so. And come on, Citi, and come on, say, hey, can't talk for one comment, you may pass it. She ranking on me, ultimate Italian, ultimate top, I can see, I can't tell me so. And come on, Citi.
Their name is the Tego Sisters and Kamatiti and Kamasekra. If it had not been for the Lord who was on my side, I would have been destroyed long ago. The plans of the enemy are not good, but the Lord will not allow the plans of the evil one to come to pass in our lives. He says, thanks be to God who has not given us as prey to the enemy. It's one of the best psalms you could read on a morning like this. It's Psalm 124, a song of ascents of David. If it had not been the Lord who was on our side, let Israel now say. If it had not been the Lord who was on our side, when men rose up against us, they would have swallowed us alive. When their anger was kindled against us, then the waters would have overwhelmed us. The stream would have gone over our soul. Then the swollen waters would have gone over our soul. Oh, but I love verse 6. Blessed be the Lord who has not given us as prey to their teeth. Blessed be the Lord. That's what we're saying this morning. Blessed be the Lord who has not given us as prey to their teeth. Therefore our soul has escaped as a bird from the snare of the fowlers. Not only have we escaped, the snare is broken and we have escaped. Our help is in the name of the Lord who made the heaven and the earth. What an assurance. What a great Psalm 124, reinforcing the words of the song by the Tego Sisters, backed by the Megastar Band. 633 97.3 Citi FM. A start you wait for always, brought to you by APSA. And whichever chapter you're on in 2026, we will support you at every step of the way with tailored banking and finance like loans, credit cards, and digital banking that helps you save, plan ahead, and take control of life's big and small moments. So whatever chapter you're writing this year, let it end with a yes with APSA. So we have in the studio Richard Delaskai and Caleb Kuda with the newspaper review segment. It's 6:34. The show is interactive and the segment we're on is called Newspaper Review. It's brought to us by Fidelity Bank. Switch to Fidelity Bank today and enjoy amazing benefits like lower interest rates, higher loan amount, and personalized financial support. It's time to switch and smile wider with Fidelity Bank. To learn more, call 0800 003355, or you can go to fidelitybank.com.gh or connect with us on social media at the Fidelity Bank GH. And I want to say good morning to the two gentlemen. Yesterday, oh my God, I had a great time. My highlight of the launch was the re-performance of the story Anansi told. If he's a woman and she's beautiful. I know what to do. If he's a man, and man like me, with strong arms like mine, then we shall fight. But if he's a woman, and she's beautiful, I know what to do. I know what to do. I know what to do. It was a stupendous end to a fantastic night.
Amazing.
You know, I mean, I want to commend the team here at Channel 1 for recreating by the fireside.
Beautiful.
And Sky, I want to just commend those who put it together.
Beautiful.
Apioko, Ashong Abe, Frema Edunyame, of course the Papa himself. I mean, so Heritage Month 2026 is duly launched. It has been declared. So now you can feel free. Wear Ghana. Grow Ghana. Visit Ghana. Sleep Ghana. Think Ghana. Everything is legal in the Ghana.
Thank you. Yes.
Powerful.
Alakli alejata. Jata jela ofiare. Nala si he o malo.
Charlie, why you take the thing pass?
Ala odale jata babarari. Jata jela ofiare. Nala si he o malo. Agbado.
No, we were Accra people. we didn't go up learning such things. Stop embarrassing us. We didn't, Charlie. We didn't go through those things.
We didn't read it.
No. No, but seriously speaking,
we're
looking forward to the month of March. We're starting off on Sunday with the Heritage Caravan. And it's going to be a great 8 days of visiting Ghana. And then we have some amazing stories on Ghanaian music, Ghanaian people, Ghanaian places, and Ghanaian food for the month. We're ending it with the Back to Your Village Food Festival. So Sky, I invite you to indulge in Ghana.
I will do exactly that. Let me take you to the Ghanaian Times this morning. The big story says 24-hour economy receives further boost as President John Dramani Mahama commissions Keda Ghana's new production lines. Also on the front page this morning, Parliament approves some 9.8 billion Ghana cedis for Get Fund. Comes with a photograph of the Honorable Nochu Kotoe, who is the chairman for the Education Committee in Parliament. And then also repositioning tree crop as economic pillar gains momentum. That is also coming in from the President of the Republic, according to the Ghanaian Times.
So Daily Graphic leads with work starts on $250 million Keda glass factory as the Ghanaian Times. We are told group to pay 1 billion Ghana cedi taxes annually. Finance Minister unveils external reserves policy. We are confident of passing anti-money laundering framework. This is Kwejo Chumbuafo, CEO of the Financial Intelligence Center, and government probes electricity bills. Meter issues.
Let me take you to the Chronicle. Big story. Mahama's government owes district assembly some 7.33 billion Ghana cedis. This is according to the Minority. Comes with a photograph of Anot Dompre, who is a member of parliament for the Nsawam Adoejiri constituency, and Minority Chief Whip. Also on the front page, Eugene Boachienchi gets Kufuor and Nane's endorsement to contest General Secretary position. They're seen here in a photograph with John Kufuor, the former president. And GIFF calls for independent probe into 18 tracks linked to bail of entry brouhaha.
Business and Financial Times. Absence of price stabilization fund leaves cocoa and gold exposed. Activist Lords government for reverting KIA name to Accra International Airport. And then universities must embed AFCFTA knowledge to ensure rapid implementation.
Let me take you to the Daybreak newspaper. Big story says PBC bats at last commodities. So Atlas Commodities, they have busted them. Okay, that's what they're trying to say. Over unlawful use of facilities. Also on the front page, government targets some $20 billion US. Comes with a photograph of the Minister for Finance, Kazel Ato Forson, and national security soldiers cry over Lo Alawa.
Daily Guide, government targets 15-month import cover with gold. Kesela to Forson's images here as well. Minority slums government over new district assembly common fund guidelines breach. NPA extortion buffer stock cash cases moved to new court, and 5 GRA officers interdicted over cargo transit scandal.
Let me take you finally to the Insight newspaper for this morning. Big story: UN needs urgent reset. This is according to Kwesi Pratt Jr., managing editor of the newspaper. Also on the front page this morning, economic. So he says Finance Minister unveils plan to build economic war chest against shocks, and Ghana's tomato traders return home safely after Burkina Faso.
The New Republic is the final one for me as well. Cocoa board files to 26.5 billion Ghana cedi. Okay, so cocoa board files. 26.5 billion Ghana cedis vanished. Boahin Edu walks free. Randy Abe helpless. And another headline: Smart Lies blows lid on Edu Boahin Shatawale romance. Farmers swallow cocoa board's price cut report. And court denies Abutrika bail. Revives NACOB FBI marriage.
Let me take you online. CityNewsroom.com. There's still a lot from students on campus or like secondary school. 6 Agri Memorial SHS students arrested over alleged assault on a Disadel student. So there's a very big photograph of the front of Agri Memorial Senior High School. The EPA says they need $35 million to fully restore the Birim River. That we'll deal with that matter later. Meanwhile, 2 dead, 19 injured in multi-vehicle crash on N1. This is just Fiesta Royal traffic light sky. Hot afternoon.
Crazy
2 dead,
stuff.
19 injured. Now, Sokoban news site residents protest over dust and rising respiratory cases. And then tomato traders boycott Burkina Faso travels over security concerns. That's also on the front page of citynewsroom.com. And then if you move to channel 1 news online, prophetic messages must be decent and orderly. This is Reverend Markway. Also, Duncan Williams says some prophets mean well but lack biblical education. Then there's a big one called.
Why is my friend the prophet police?
Yes, they said they agree with that thing. Culture take. You actually came up in the culture takes center stage ahead of. No, it's a serious matter. Culture takes center stage at channel 1 and City TV's City FM's Heritage Month launch.
Okay.
All right, and then there are a couple of stories from there as well. FDA orders removal of alcohol stimulant drinks by March 2026.
Okay.
2 Swebusco students remanded in Obrachre assault case. And gold bought to mop up 127 tons of ASM gold annually. This is according to Ato Forsen. He also says Ghana is going to build 15-month import cover by 2028. I'll give you 2 more websites quickly. If you go to my job online, we are consuming more power than projected. This is the PURC boss. Government targets 127 tons of small-scale gold yearly under new reserve policy. And then 6 Agri Memorial students are arrested. So this Agri Memorial story is also making the rounds. Sky, there's a troubling story on Reuters.
Okay, tell me about it.
More than 1,700 Africans are fighting for Russia, according to Ukraine.
Hey, our Minister for Foreign Affairs is just out of Ukraine.
Yes, so in fact, so that's where the story came from. There's a photograph of the Ukucheta Blackwa and his Ukrainian counterpart, and the story says more than 1,700 Africans are fighting for Russia in its war in Ukraine. According to Ukrainian Foreign Minister. Guys, you see, when you don't fix your continent's problems, people are so helpless and gullible that they go to that part under all kinds of guises. 1,700 Africans. According to the Ukrainians, the Russians are using deception to trick them into fighting. But 1,700 is a lot. Let me end with one interesting one. This is modern Ghana. Gomwa is swarm of bees attack Davi Blessed police station. Over 40 injured. My brother.
Serious matter.
Davi Blessed.
Charlie,
40.
somebody provoked them.
Charlie, we don't know whether it was physical or spiritual. The last one. That budget-friendly EV might surprise you later. When 30 to 40% of the price is just the battery. It's an interesting analysis of a Tesla EV and the High Street Journal's front page.
Charlie.
Okay, so let's take off this morning. What do we have? The Minister for Finance has been talking in Parliament, and a number of issues have come up.
Okay.
But let me take you to this story on the front page. Well, let me start off with that one. It talks about the 24-hour economy.
Yeah.
You find it on page 12 of the Ghanaian Times for this morning. And the story is by Julius Yaupetechi from Takrady, and it says, the 24-hour economy policy received a major boost following the sword cutting for the construction of a new float glass manufacturing facility at Shama in the western region. The fisheries minister spoke about this yesterday.
Yes.
When completed, the glass factory is expected to produce about 1,400 tons of glass products daily. Now, the sword cutting was done by President John Dramani Mahama alongside the inauguration of the fifth phase of a tile production line and a sanitary ware factory by Keda Ghana Limited here on Tuesday. Now, the total output of the tile production facility is expected to hit some 200,000 square meters daily with the addition of the fifth phase. Now, in total, over 4,500 direct jobs are to be created within the three facilities, and more than 15,000 indirect jobs along the value chain. Now, President John Dramani Mahama, who performed the joint ceremony, said the projects align fully with Ghana's national industrial strategy, and that the government's broader objectives are also very much aligned with the
Still with the president, he's proposed tax-free equipment import for 24-hour economy factories. So President John Dramani Mahama has proposed that factories operating under the government's 24-hour economy initiative be allowed to import machinery and equipment duty and tax-free when expanding or retooling the operations. He made this announcement at a sword-cutting ceremony of a new float glass manufacturing plant and the commissioning of a sanitary ware factory by Keda, that's Ghana Ceramic Company Limited in Shama in the western region.
Okay, now I've been receiving a lot of calls from people who say that they either don't have electricity because the transmitter is out, or that the battery, the thing is just running out.
The meter is running higher.
And it's a major concern. So many people are talking about. Now, if you go to the back page of the Ghanaian Times, there's a story there that says ECG upgrades Adenta substation to stabilize power supply. And the story says the Electricity Company of Ghana is upgrading the capacity of the Adenta primary substation from 40 MVA to 80 MVA to address persistent erratic power supply caused by rising electricity demand in the Adentan area.
Meanwhile, the Executive Secretary of the PURC, Dr. Shafiq Suleiman, says Ghana's electricity demand is rising far beyond official projections, driven by economic stability and growing consumer confidence. Speaking on Joy PM Express on Wednesday, he revealed that consumption growth has overtaken the expected annual targets. He says we are now consuming more power beyond what has been projected. We are looking at an annual projection of 8% per annum, but I can assure you we are moving faster than that. He attributed the surge in demand to improve power supply reliability and renewed economic activity. We will deal with the issue of meters and the way they are reading later on during the main show.
Yeah, because on page 16, for example, government probes electricity bills, meters, issues, and local companies starts meter daily graphic. Okay. Yeah, that story came a bit earlier, so just highlight of that.
So give us that story,
Right, so Beatrice Laye says that the Minister of Energy and Green Transition, John Abdullahi Jinapo, has announced measures to address the persistent challenges in electricity metering, including storages, delays in access, and complaints of abnormal billing. Mr. Jinapo said he had directly engaged the Electricity Company of Ghana and the Northern Electricity Distribution Company, NEDCO, to urgently solve or resolve the supply constraints and streamline distribution process. Bernard, what I want to take your attention to now is Galamsey destroying 9,000 hectares of forest reserves. This is according to research by the Forestry Commission. Timothy Nyangba is writing on the same page 16 of Daily Graphic that a whopping 8,923.8 hectares of the country's forest reserves, equivalent to 12,500 FIFA standard football fields, have been heavily impacted by illegal mining activities, the latest scientific study by the Forestry Commission has revealed. Now, the findings of a national satellite remote sensing based verification of mined out areas in forest reserves released by the Commission last Tuesday revealed that the affected areas encompass 45 forest reserves and a national park as of December 31.
Now, you heard from the EPA boss, and she says that they were looking for some $35 million US
after
if the reports are true, to actually clean up, for instance, the Pra River. Now, I have serious issues with that. I don't think that we are doing enough to fight Galamsey, and we
Biram
should not
or
spend one of them. We don't have to use our money that way. If you want to fight, clean up the water, first of all, stop the illegal mining, and then we can clean it up.
If you use that, if you put a chemical in the water, the sediments will certainly settle at the bottom. If something happens, if the water overruns or somebody disturbs the water again, who knows? So we are not even sure. The armed forces is also claiming that they are going to do some cleanup. That story is attributed to Atu Forsen, who was speaking in Parliament yesterday, and we're told that the Ghana Armed Forces are saying that they're going to be embarking on some project. They're going to embark on a project to clean up. So let me read the story for you. Ghana Armed Forces to undertake nationwide water body cleanup. So the Ghana Armed Forces will lead a nationwide campaign to clean water bodies in designated mining areas. The government has announced. Finance Minister Atu Forsen made the announcement while addressing Parliament on Wednesday, saying the initiative is part of efforts to tackle illegal mining. And it says the NIMOS will step up operations to clamp down on illegal mining, particularly in rivers, streams, and forest reserves.
Okay, let me just tell you about what the Chronicle is saying about this whole campaign to clean up the water bodies with $35 billion. Now, we believe officials of EPA will start convincing the government to cough up this substantial cash to enable them to treat the water in the river. Why should we be interested in lining the pockets of the producers of these products instead of looking for alternative solutions? To us at the Chronicle, the solution to the problem does not lie in the method the EPA is proposing. The elephant in the room here is to stop the illegal miners from polluting our water bodies first. NIMOS, which has been tasked to stop illegal mining activities, must intensify operations until their objectives are achieved. The root cause of the problem is the illegal miners. And if they are dealt with decisively, the turbidity levels of our water bodies, including River Birim, would improve.
Let me stay with Atu Forsen because he says Ghana is going to build 15-month import cover by 2028.
With gold, right?
Yes.
So, Daily Guide has that on page 3. The Minister of Finance, Dr. Kasiel Atu Forsen, has announced an ambitious plan by the government to build the country's foreign exchange reserves to the equivalent of 15 months of import cover by 2028, leveraging the country's gold resources as a central pillar of the strategy. According to him, the policy known as the Ghana Accelerated National Reserve Accumulation Policy has received cabinet approval and forms part of broader efforts to consolidate macroeconomic stability and strengthen the economy against external shocks.
There's a lot of police stories. Oti region. Police retrieved 1.4 million cedi worth of suspected cannabis from impounded truck. Juliana Odami Osai reports on Channel 1 News that the police in the Oti region have retrieved a large quantity of suspected cannabis valued at more than 1.4 million cedis from an impounded truck intercepted last year at the Bonachi checkpoint. According to the press release issued by the police at Oti in Dambai, the Volvo truck registration number given was initially stopped on December 29 last year while traveling towards Pasa, following intelligence that it was transporting illegal goods. Police said the driver and another occupant fled the scene, abandoning the vehicle with ignition key. And then on February 24, the truck was opened at Nkwanta after the Just Second Circuit Court, presided by His Honor Lambert Keriba, granted an order for its inspection. The exercise was conducted in the presence of reps from police, military, NIB, Defense Intelligence, Ghana National Fire Service, Narcotics Control Commission, and members of the media. A search revealed 320 cartons of bottled mineral water, concealing 91 bales of suspected cannabis. The bills contained a total of 7,173 slabs of suspected narcotic substance. Police estimate the street value of the seized drug to exceed 1.4 million cedis. The exhibit have been retained. Now, I'm bringing this up because almost every day we hear of a story like this. Indeed, we are also told that 2 arrested with 209 slabs of suspected weed, and they attempted 100,000 cedi bribe offer. This is GNA now, and this is Cape Coast. So whilst we did OT, so the weed is everywhere. The police in Agona's radio arrested 2 young men for transporting some dry substances suspected to be narcotics. The police impounded a total of 209 compressed slabs of dry leaves from 28-year-old Godfred Aqua and 34-year-old Audu Usman, who attempted to offer 100,000 cedi bribe. According to a statement from the Central Regional Police, the Agona police intercepted a taxi during an operation around Agona Asafo and Agona Kwesi Tukwa something, Kwesi Chukwa Road When they conducted a search on the car, they found 154 compressed slabs of dried leaf believed to be narcotics concealed in 4 nylon sacks.
Where have they been dried?
I don't know. The police
always
conducted a further search of the residence of Usman at Asisim in Agona Aswedru and found an additional 55 slabs with Usman, who said it belonged to him.
Okay.
In an attempt to escape from the claws of the law, the duo allegedly offered 100,000 cedis as bribe to the police, but they vehemently rejected it. They are in custody and will be prosecuted. I think these days, these attempts to bribe police and their refusal, I like it.
It'll be correct.
And I think as soon as a policeman refuses a bribe, it should be given immediate promotion.
It's very, very important.
Because it's encouraging us.
Oh yeah, because that's a lot of money to
almost every week we read at least one story on police refusing bribe.
It's beautiful.
And I think the IGP should take note of this.
We love it.
And that's what we want.
Yes.
Yeah.
In the meantime, but we need to do something about the Bequino, because it looks like it's a whole underground economy.
And the land is also fertile.
And I
have a story that will help you.
Yes. Okay.
The High Street Journal has a suggestion.
Okay.
And it's saying that maybe industrial cannabis should move to trade instead of interior. So his question is asking, should industrial cannabis remain under Interior Ministry or shift to trade for oversight?
Okay.
While the Narcotics Commission's supervision reflects the plant's historical classification as a controlled substance, retaining the sector under law enforcement umbrella could create reputational headwinds. So they are saying, if you are going to now legalize some form of cannabis, maybe put it under trade and let people now conform to standards. Of course, not the type the guys are selling. The one that has so it's a very good analysis by Isaac Kofi.
But we need people to be tested to be sure with it.
No, the FDA people. Bees attacked Davi Blizzard police station. Sorry, a swarm of bees has attacked Davi Blizzard police station at Gomwa Amwada Junction in the Gomwa East District of the Central Region, injuring about 40 persons, including 4 police officers, with 1 other in critical condition. So, in an interview with Adom TV, Sakura Ahiadome, one of the victims, recalled his experience, stating that he tried to spray the bees but narrowly escaped serious harm. He disclosed that 1 person is in critical condition and urgently needs medical attention or he could die.
We need to do something about that quickly. Let me tell you about a story on the front page of the Chronicles. Stephen Labi, reporting from Parliament, says that the minority leadership in Parliament says the John Dramani Mahama administration owes the District Assembly's Common Fund a whopping 7.33 billion Ghana cedis covering the period 2024. Now, according to the minority, the development has contributed to stall projects on paid contractors and weakened service delivery across districts. Now, this was after the minority chief whip, Frank Anodompre, addressed the press yesterday. Then quickly, we are told by the Daybreak newspaper, page 3, that discontent is brewing among soldiers attached to the National Security Secretariat over disparities in monthly allowances paid to them. Now, reports indicate that these soldiers receive only 500 Ghana cedis per month, significantly lower than their counterparts at Jubilee House, the seat of government, who earn 1,200 Ghana.
Let me end with the prophecy matter. Duncan Williams backed government prophecy review policy.
Beautiful.
So the general overseer of the Action Chapel International, Nicholas Duncan Williams, has thrown his support behind the directive issued earlier by Elvis Ankara for interfaith and ecumenical relations that prophets should submit their prophecies for review before making them public. Speaking on the point of view yesterday, Archbishop Duncan Williams said the move aligns with biblical teaching and is a responsible way to protect believers from misleading or fear-inducing messages.
The devil wants to be smart.
In the name of he who died on the rose.
Go. Ugomi, at what time will you come back where I don't hear the sound of your car? Why you buy new car?
No, I don't change my car. It be the same, right? It be the fuel way I change. Way one shouts it. Ever since I started using the all-new Excellium Premium Fuel, fortified with 3-in-1 action. Oh, Joe, now my car they run like electric car. No, it's so.
This is the type of fuel where they want to. Because now engine they cost. Where they want for way if I buy it, it go protect my engine. And with the small way I buy, I'll go drive, sir.
Absolutely. It's like strapping a turbocharger to your engine and giving it a protector. And what they bust my mind, Seth, be the 3-in-1 action, no? Excellium, they prevent up to 99% of deposit. It be anti-wear, some be anti-corrosion. Won't pay when I open them.
Hey, so where can I find this magical fuel?
Just head over to any Total Energy service station and your car will thank you.
Hey, then make a finish my gobe fast, then rush go Total Energies. My friend, but why your hand my gobe inside?
I give you info. Make a fill the gobe too small.
Go.
Yo, Pana. Excellium is designed to protect your car engine, decrease fuel consumption, and lower CO2 emissions. Don't say fuel, say Excellium. Choose Excellium, choose quality.
Andra, challenge these days new level crowd. Where did you pass?
Me, pass somewhere. I just switched for a better life. I switched for comfort. Look, your salary deserves better.
Switch?
Yeah.
How do you mean?
I switched my salary account to Fidelity Bank.
Oh, okay.
And that's my jackpot. I get higher loan amounts with lower interest rates, as well as personalized financial support. They gave me a loan to expand my side hustle, and the terms are just flexible.
Wow.
Your salary deserves better.
Oh, my salary deserves better, Pa. You see the way you are smiling wide? Yes, I will switch and smile wider. Your salary deserves better. Switch to Fidelity Bank today and enjoy lower interest rate, car and home loan, personalized financial support, and a smile that lasts. Switch and smile wider. Fidelity Bank. Believe with us.
If I believe with us, Fidelity. If I know I dey your side, Fidelity.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
City Business News at 7 with Nashi Kasisa. Good morning, Na.
Good morning, Mr. Avle. Hello and welcome to the breakfast edition of the City Business News, proudly brought to you by MTN, EcoBank and Valex Lease. Coming up, Ghana's building construction inflation declines in January 2026, dropping to 3.9% from 4.4% recorded in December 2025. And artificial intelligence set to affect 49% of jobs in Africa. Also coming up, COPEC projects fuel price hike in first pricing window of March. I'm Nashika Caesar. Let's now settle for the details of our stories. Ghana's building construction inflation continued its steady decline in January 2026, dropping to 3.9% from 4.4% in December 2025, according to the latest Prime Building Cost Index released by the Ghana Statistical Service. The PBCI, which tracks the cost of materials, labor, and equipment used in construction, stood at 132.4 in January 2026, up from 127.4 in the same month last year. While overall inflation continues its downward trend, marking the 9th consecutive month of easing, month-on-month cost rose to 1.1% from December 2025. Here's a government statistician, Dr. Al-Hassan Idrisu.
The 3.9% year-on-year inflation marks the 9th straight month of decline. It is lower than the 4.4% recorded in December 2025 and much lower than the 23.7% recorded in January 2025. What this tells us is that cost pressures in the building sector have eased steadily. Let's break this down further. Labor inflation fell significantly. Year on year, it declined to 5.4% in January 2026 from 10.7% in December 2025. On a month-on-month basis, labor prices decreased by 4.1% between December 2025 and January 2026. That suggests some short-term relief in labor costs. Materials tell us a slightly different story. Year on year, materials inflation rose to 3.5% in January 2026 from 2.7% in December 2025. Month on month, materials increased by 2.3% between December 2025 and January 2026.
You heard the government statistician, Dr. Al-Hassan Idrisu. Now, the Chamber of Petroleum Consumers, COPEC, is projecting a marginal increase in pump prices for petrol and diesel in the first pricing window of March, while liquefied petroleum gas LPG is expected to record a slight reduction. COPEC in a statement indicated that petrol prices are expected to rise by about 3.6%, with diesel increasing by roughly 1.5%. In contrast, LPG is forecast to decline by about 1.6% across the pumps. The anticipated change are being driven mainly by movements on the international market, with global crude oil prices recording a modest increase during the period under review. COPEC is urging oil marketing companies to manage price adjustments carefully to reduce the burden on consumers, especially as households and businesses continue to face cost pressures linked to energy prices. Moving on, latest findings from the PwC Africa Workforce Hopes and Fears survey indicate that nearly half of all roles across Africa could be reshaped by artificial intelligence within the next 3 years. Yet, despite the scale of the anticipated disruption, workforce sentiment remains notably resilient. 78% of employees in West Africa express strong trust in their leaders, while 2/3 say they find deep meaning in their work. Here's more.
Welcome back. This is the Channel One newsroom here on Channel One TV. Next is business with Natalian.
We do apologize for that wrong insert. Now let's do some other stories. Senior partner at AB and David Ofosudote says Ghanaian businesses must prioritize value addition and strong branding if they want to compete effectively on the Chinese market. He cautioned that the country's continued dependence on raw commodity exports will significantly limit the benefits it can derive from trade with China. Speaking to Citi Business News at the China Opportunity for Africa Businesses Forum held by AB and David Africa, Mr. Ofosudote stressed that the Chinese market is highly competitive and quality-driven, requiring exporters to meet strict standards in packaging, certification, and consistency of supply.
If you teamed up and build technology and also manage to actually create products which are not just meeting the high standards which is demanded in the China market, but also adding value and then creating wealth, then with the size of a large market like that, you are likely to be able to in the real advantages that is needed.
That was senior partner at AB and David Ofosudote speaking there. Now, a new poll by Global Info Analytics suggests pockets of dissatisfaction over the recent reduction in cocoa producer prices. The government cut the price from the 3,625 cedis to 2,587 cedis per bag. Executive Director Musa Dankwa told Citi Business News that while there is broad acceptance of the new rate, some farmers remain unhappy with the decrease.
For those who say, yes, I'm a cocoa farmer, 56% of them said the prices are fair. Unfair, 11%. Neutral, 33%. You know, the survey was not aimed at just cocoa farmers. So they wouldn't lie to you for whatever reason. They wouldn't. And indeed, look at the regional breakdown. The numbers differ by regions, and indeed, the protest has come from what? Western North region. And look at the numbers there. In the Western North, 62% say it is unfair. So you can see that this is consistent with what we have seen on the street.
Musa Dankwa is Executive Director of Global Info Analytics. Now, the Food and Drugs Authority, FDA, has directed all importers, manufacturers, and distributors of mixed drinks containing both alcohol and stimulant to immediately withdraw such products from the Ghanaian market. The FDA explained that the decision is due to the serious health risk and adverse psychological behaviors associated with these products. In a statement cited by Citi Business News, the authority said the affected businesses have until the end of March 2026 to clear the product or face sanctions. Here are excerpts of that statement.
Beyond this deadline, non-compliant products will attract regulatory sanctions, including withdrawal from the market. Manufacturers and producers are further required to reformulate their products to conform strictly to the approved standards for alcoholic beverages and energy drinks as separate product categories. Consumers are encouraged to remain vigilant and report any suspicious or non-compliant products to the FDA for necessary investigation and enforcement action.
You heard excerpts of the statement released by the FDA, which was read by Charles Owusukumi. Now on the interbank market today, the dollar is trading at 10 cedis 66 pesos, while the British pound is going for 14 cedis 43 pesos, and the euro is going for 12 cedis 58 pesos. And that's it for the breakfast edition of the City Business News, proudly brought to you by MTN, EcoBank, and Valex Lease. I'm Nashika Caesar. Many thanks for your company. Do have a great business day.
Hey, do they want to sack you dry? Why shall I tin way? Engagement things and kwenye. Hey, sure. They even added washing machine, fridge, flat screen TV. 65 inches and so. How do they expect you to buy all these and still take care of your family? Oh, Kwame.
Mama. And how hukra? With Access Bank's Pick Now Pay Later, we can get everything now in minutes and pay at 0% interest over the next 6 months. Eye koko kra.
Hey, sir.
Access Bank says faster is here. With a now digitized Pick Now Pay Later, life's big moments are within reach. Just click, pick, approved in minutes. For more information, call our 24-hour contact center on 0800 00 4400. Terms and conditions apply. Access Bank, more than banking.
When Ghana wakes, questions wake with her. Jobs, roads, power, water, policies that touch real lives. From the market woman to the boardroom, from the street to the state house. This is where the nation speaks. This is where leaders are held to account. The City Breakfast Show, the biggest morning show in Ghana. National conversations, real impact. The City Breakfast Show on 97.3 City FM.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
I know, you do me bad and you know what, miss you for my pillow, tears we soak my pillow, oh wait till I do you, where you leave me go for a tungo, where you leave me go for a yeah, wait till you do me no my sister, yeah. Mete my babu wano meja alumu mete my babu wano meja yeah ole tell me what I know for you.
12 after 7. Nashika Caesar brought you the business news. It's brought to you by Access Bank and MTN. Access Bank is rewarding customers with the Rewards by Access. It's a loyalty program designed to add value to your everyday banking experience. Whether you are shopping, traveling, or handling business expenses, every transaction you make with your Access card brings you closer to exclusive benefits, premium privileges, personalized rewards, all tailored to suit your lifestyle. Points earned through your card transactions can be redeemed seamlessly at any of our merchant partners nationwide, making your spending go even further. So use your Access card today and enjoy a rewarding banking experience only with Access Bank. LoyaltyRewards.Ghana.AccessBankPLC.com is where to visit online. 0800 004400 is a toll-free number. Call it for more details. Access Bank is more than banking. Now, if you have been wanting to switch to an eSIM, the digital SIM that's built into your phone so you don't need a little plastic card, MTN has flipped the script and you can literally set up your eSIM yourself right from your couch. Open the My MTN app, follow the steps, and boom, you're live. It's the ultimate life hack, so grab your phone, download the My MTN app if you haven't already, and skip the queue today. Kickoff is next. Edwin Kwakofi is here. Kickoff is brought to you by Lesheho. Lesheho Savings and Loans has great news just for you. Fala season is here from now until 30th April 2026. Interest rates have been reduced further just for you. So apply for a loan today to sort out all your needs at the best rates on the market. Let's be fallacies in Ankasa. Just WhatsApp or call on 02700 4799 02700 4799. Always remember terms and conditions apply. Shareholder, let's improve life. Edwin Kwal Kofi has kickoff.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
They have to find that extra bit of attacking gear and guard against this. It's Vinicius Junior, and he scored. He was always going to tonight, wasn't he? This time the celebrations are all about the smiles, because that goal has put Madrid within touching distance of their regular place in the last 16.
That goal was all about the smiles. Vinicius Jr. puts Real Madrid into the last 16 of the Champions League. We'll bring you reactions from that game and from the other matches in the Champions League playoff phase. Also in the bulletin, we'll bring you developments from the National Sports Authority over 17 officers whose employment did not follow due process. This is Kickoff, which is brought to you by Shell Go Well, Western Union, Politangana, and Leshehu. Let's improve life. Good morning, I am Edwin Kwal Kofi. Let's start off in the UEFA Champions League, where the playoff round in the league phase wrapped up on Wednesday yesterday with Real Madrid, PSG, Atalanta and Galatasaray securing the final spots in the round of 16. Real Madrid beats Benfica 2-1 on the night to seal a 3-1 aggregate win. Speaking after the game, Madrid defender Trent Alexander-Arnold said he was pleased to see Vinicius get on the score sheet, stressing that the Brazilian was simply doing his job and not trying to prove a point.
Yeah, of course, also happy for Aurelian too. Like I said, it wasn't so much like he needed to score to send a message or to show, his mentality. I think the people closest to him, the people that know him best, his teammates, the people around the club, we know what he's like. He doesn't need to prove anything to anyone because he's shown it time after time and time again how good he is. His mentality was go out there and help the team win the game, and he's done that again today. Very, very important over the two legs, and steps up when we need them most.
That was Real Madrid defender Trent Alexander-Arnold speaking after their 2-1 win over Benfica, which takes them into the round of 16. Atalanta, they produced a stunning 4-1 victory over Borussia Dortmund to overturn a first leg deficit and progress 4-3 on aggregates in France. PSG played out a 2-2 draw with Monaco, advancing 5-4 on aggregate. Head coach Luis Enrique admitted he felt relieved after guiding his side through to the next round.
Very, very happy. Relief, and it was tough, it was difficult. We knew it before the match because they are a good team and we know them perfectly. But when you win the first round and you come and everybody thinks that it's going to be easy. No, it's in football. And we had some troubles in the first half, but I think second half we control and dominate the match.
The voice of PSG coach Luis Enrique. Meanwhile, despite beating Galatasaray 3-2 after extra time, Juventus are out of the Champions League due to a 7-5 aggregate loss. Striker for Galatasaray, Victor Osimhen, who scored a crucial goal, admitted he was not entirely satisfied with his team's performance, but expressed joy at reaching the last 16.
Gave some kind of sense of relief, but I have to be honest with you, I'm disappointed in the performance of the team. I mean the whole team, and I have to give kudos to Juventus for the kind of display that they put on. And we qualify, but I think we have a lot to improve on if we are to go into the next round and play the big dogs. I think this performance today was not really good. I think Juventus deserved the win, but I'm happy for my team to qualify for the next one.
You heard Galatasaray forward Victor Osimhen. The draw for the next stage of the competition will take place on Friday, the 27th of February. Let's come back to Ghana, where representatives of the Retired Footballers Association of Ghana paid a courtesy call yesterday on Sports Minister Kofi Adams to strengthen and support systems and recognition for Ghana's football legends. The meeting, which was held on Wednesday at the ministry's conference room, featured a delegation led by the association's president, James Kukudazi, alongside several distinguished retired footballers who have made significant contributions to Ghana's football history. There's more in this report by Gabi Ofe.
The delegation was received by the Sports Minister Kofi Adams and his team, and the ministry's Chief Director Will Hemina Asamoah officially welcoming them and expressing optimism about future collaboration between the government and former players. During discussions, the President of the Retired Footballers Association, James Kukudazi, stressed the need for stronger partnerships to ensure retired footballers receive the recognition and welfare support they deserve.
First, into it. Only that, because of one or two things, I've not got the opportunity to serve. So I will plead with you to use your good offices to help some of us in that direction.
Sports Minister Kofi Adams also acknowledged the immense role former players have played in shaping Ghana's sporting identity and assured the delegation of the government's commitment to improving welfare programs for retired athletes. He outlined outgoing initiatives focused on post-retirement opportunities, healthcare support, and the creation of a dedicated sports fund aimed at benefiting both active sports development and retired players.
We will take these matters raised here seriously and see how we can deal with each one of them in a much more serious and deliberate way to take care of the situation. Your time and play is the reason we are still very highly celebrated as a football powerhouse and a sports power country. And so we cannot ignore that. We must find a way of continuing to celebrate that.
The minister also reviewed plans to introduce annual commemorative events to honor past footballers, emphasizing that their contributions remain central to Ghana's continued prominence in African football.
I want us to see the victories we have chalked then, the 63, 65, 78 and 82 as victories that we cherished. So we can even get more and maybe even travel beyond Africa and conquer the world.
That was Sports and Recreation Minister Kofi Adams ending that report by Gabi Ofe. Now, Ghana's women's national football team have arrived in Dubai as they step up preparations for the Pink Ladies Cup. The team touched down on February 25 ahead of the Four Nation tournament, which will serve as a final assessment for head coach Kim Lasby-Okegren and his squad before the 2026 Women's African Cup of Nations in Morocco next month. Ghana will open a campaign against Hong Kong's women's national football team on the 28th of February at 4 p.m. They will then face Russia's women's national football team on the 3rd of March at 4 p.m. before wrapping up against Tanzania on the 6th of March at 9 p.m. Let's stay with national team football, and the assistant head coach of Ghana's under-17 national football team, Nana Kweku Agyemang, says the technical team is prioritizing player assessment over polished performances as preparations intensify for the under-17 AFCON. The Starlets concluded their second round of friendly matches at the Accra Sports Stadium with mixed results. They recorded a 2-1 win over Atram de Visser in the opening game, but suffered a 2-1 defeat to Golden Kick FC in the second fixture. Speaking to Citi Sports after the matches, Agyemang explained that the technical team is using the friendlies to evaluate the players' tactical awareness, decision-making, and mental strength ahead of the continental tournament.
It's part of the exercise. We don't expect them to win every game. We don't expect them to play and have a clean sheet in every game they play. I mean, usually these things are not practicable. The idea is for them to grow in every phase. So, for example, our halftime team talk was that, you are down 1-0. How do you react? How deep is your passion? How much do you want to win this game? How do we change our attitude? So for us, it's part of their development. They are very young. You cannot push them too much over the line, otherwise you break their confidence. So the fact that they were able to come and score 1 goal, that's really good. They conceded 2 goals. I think we go back. We look at the principles again. We look at how these boys are playing it. And then at the end of the day, we play a different game just to see how well they've worked on their setbacks.
Nana Kweku Ajiman is the assistant head coach of Ghana's Black Starlets. And finally, before I go, the National Sports Authority has reaffirmed its commitment to due process and institutional stability after engaging the Minister for Sports and Recreation over the status of 17 officers whose employment did not follow the required procedures. Management says it is taking steps to address the matter in line with laid down administrative guidelines while safeguarding the integrity and smooth operation of the authority. Here are excerpts of the statements read by Citi Sports' Julio Eshifiamwa.
The discussions focused on recent public commentary on the status of 17 officers of the authority that has caused some uncertainty. Talks were cordial, open and solution-oriented, with a shared commitment to due process, institutional stability and administrative clarity. It was agreed that the affected officers who have served for over 11 months without salary will reapply in accordance with established public service procedures. With a duly constituted governing body now in place, after 10 months of the new management team taking office, the necessary steps will subsequently be taken to regularize their employment in line with applicable regulation.
Excerpt of the NSA statements read by my colleague Julio Eshifi Amwa, and that's the latest in the world of sport. For more on all these stories, visit citysportsonline.com. Kickoff was powered by Shell Go Well, Western Union, Politangana, and Lesheho. Let's improve life. I am Edwin Kwa Kofi. The City Breakfast Show with Bernard Avle continues.
If you need unique services, innovative financial solutions, we deliver on our promise, cause we are number one. Let's share go, we improve your life. Let's share go, let's share go, hey mama, hey mama, hey mama. Even when you're stuck with nothing, no matter your situation, let's share go, we improve your life. Let's share go, let's share go, let's share go, hey mama, hey mama, hey mama. Let's share go, we improve your life.
Are you clapping? Are you giving God the glory? Hallelujah! Every day you wake up shouting, my business is not moving. Customers are not coming. But look, my brother, my sister, who are you deceiving? Have you smiled today? Do you have the confidence to smile? Your face alone is chasing people away. Yeah! We all know that the problem is not a spiritual problem. The problem is a dental problem. She was saying, use Pepsodent charcoal toothpaste to remove yellow. Somebody shout amen.
Craft your smile with Pepsodent charcoal. It removes stains and whitens teeth. This advert is FDA approved.
Dear business owner, congrats on not giving up on your business. You deserve a medal, and your business deserves to be taken to the next level. In fact, it's about time you run a Zenith Bank SME account so you and your business can enjoy the perks of the Zenith SME business card. Oga and Oga Madam status.
The Zenith SME Business Card is a Visa debit card for making secure payments for goods and services. Enjoy great benefits such as free customized digital SME training, free marketing toolkits, access to Visa practical skills training, and more. Unlock the potential of your business today. Visit any Zenith Bank branch nationwide and sign up for the Zenith SME Business Card, the ultimate payment solution for SMEs. For more information, visit www.zenithbank.com.gh or call 0302 680-884 or 0307-086-370. Zenith Bank, in your best interests.
As part of Heritage Month 2026, we bring you the On-Air series, Our Culture, Our Story, Our Identity. In week 1, the sound of our identity. In week 2, our past, our power. In week 3, faces of the nation. In week 4, what we eat, who we are. The Heritage On-Air series 2026, Our Culture, Our Story, Our Identity will air every Monday to Thursday on 97.3 Citi FM at 9 a.m. and on Channel 1 TV at 10 a.m. The Heritage On-Air series 2026 is proudly sponsored by GTP and GCB Bank.
Are you ready to revolutionize the future of agriculture? The Ministry of Trade, Agribusiness and Industry, in partnership with the Ghana Exim Bank, proudly presents the Ghana Agro Tech Fair 2026. The fair will feature exhibitions, market linkages, masterclasses, and workshops on climate-smart farming, digital tools, and export development. Join us at the Black Star Square from March 17 to March 19 at 9 a.m. each day. The President of the Republic, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, will be assisted by the Minister for Trade, Agribusiness and Industry, the Honorable Elizabeth Ofosu-Ejari, and the Chief Executive of the Ghana Exim Bank, Honorable Sylvester Adina Mensah, to open the fair. Government agencies, agro-tech firms, startups, farmers, financial institutions, and the general public are all welcome. To exhibit or for inquiries, call 0559 679326 or 0242 585419. Media partners: Daily Graphic, Media General, Radio Gold, Citi FM, and Channel 1 TV. Ghana Agro Tech Fair 2026, transforming agribusiness through local innovation and technology.
Whether you're buying water from your favorite spot in Osu, shopping online for the latest styles, or booking your next getaway to Dubai, MasterCard gives you the freedom to pay your way. Insert, tap, swipe, click. So many options, yet so easy. With layers of security protecting every payment, your money stays safe. From Trotro to travel, MasterCard connects you to the life you've earned and the one you dream of. Ask your bank for a MasterCard today. MasterCard. Safe, convenient, priceless.
The Citi Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise. This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Sisi amara mi abrante it's Miss Great man.
City 97.3 Accra.
City Breakfast Show. The city's biggest conversation.
Me a branch, secret man. Me a branch, secret man. Me for my life, secret man. Look up walking, secret man. Be there under control, secret man. But me a branch, secret man. But me a branch, secret man.
$7:35. Hey, neighbor me life. Me chummy walkings. Jedi Blay Ambol. And let's wish a few happy birthdays. Achu and Eche Kluga, may your twin bond grow stronger with each passing year. Cheers to making more epic memories together. Achu of ability and Eche is brother. Fantastic pair of men doing some great things in there at Dringano areas. Sky, help me. My friend Achu Kluga is celebrating his birthday with his twin brother Eche. They are big men, Charlie. Achu Kluga. I no go lie you.
Agoroma ho Achu magbo.
Aha.
Achu Kluga igoroma Eche magbo. Agoroma Achu magbo. Achu Kluga igoroma Achu magbo. Agoroma ho Achu magbo. Achu Kluga igoroma Eche magbo no he. Add the beat. You for play them.
You have no bone of rhythm in your life. Achu and Eche Kluga.
Oh no, they be big men.
I've saved his number on my phone. Achu of ability.
Ability has the name of the area.
Corner in Nigerian Ability Square. Yes. Ability Square. He and his family have created their home Biafra in ability. Charlie Achu. Hey Achu.
Achu Kluga. Eche Kluga.
Yeah.
Ability Square.
They've cut a whole republic in the ability and they are doing their own thing there. You know, I used to, when I moved there first, the first people I met.
Oh, beautiful.
Achu and Eche.
Oh, beautiful. They are always moving together.
Achu and Eche. You know, twins, when they grow, they still do their things together.
You never, they are still doing uncle.
Charlie? They will pay at and wear the same thing. People still do uncle.
Yeah, people do uncle.
The worst one is when the man and his wife do uncle. The Nigerian pastors, they like it fast, like a man like the Yoruba Nigerian pastors. So maybe he and his wife will go and buy some green, some green lace. Then the man and his wife, all the children will do it. Then they say they are going to church. They call it uncle. If you like, you don't do it. The way the man will pay me a look at you, everybody must wear the same thing.
But what be that?
Charlie is called. I mean, the man must show his uncle.
No, Charlie, I that thing I detest it so.
Uncle.
Charlie, uncle.
Charlie. Do you do uncle with your sister?
What's that?
I don't know what uncle is. Like you go and buy the same material and you sew and wear the same thing.
No, so ironically we are twins, but we don't even wear the same thing. No. After we reached the age where our mom was not deciding what we were, we decided that no, you do blue, I do black.
I have a friend. He went to UK, and he and his wife, they were going to church on Sunday.
Okay.
You know this green and yellow mama tali. They sew, and the woman they will follow away. Father said no, no, but man, you not can Charlie. Either his wife goes so and call the good church Sunday for London. Hey, father say, why they embarrass me with this thing loud? Charlie, make you stop that thing. They was say, about we are married. Say, Master, pardon of you.
But even twins, we don't like to twin when it comes
Charlie,
to fashion.
I don't want to mention my guy's name. But some explosive. I don't want to blow the guy's cover. Anyway, so it's 7:39, and we're going to do a few things. We've received a number of complaints about irregular, I don't want to call it reading of meters. It's more like the I don't know how to describe it. People say their credits are running faster than normal. Yeah. What I want to remind people of is that somehow 1st February was the beginning of a new tariff regime, which was implemented without fanfare. So that appears to be the reason for this. So I'm going to read something a friend of mine sent me just yesterday morning. He sent it a lot of evidence. So this is what he did. He took meter readings, and he took screenshots of his meter readings, and then he forwarded them to me.
Okay.
All right. So the meter reading: prepaid top up 6, postpaid bill payment 0, service request payment 0. All right. Then he has main house old meter 1,000 cedis. Main house old meter. So that was 25th February. He had topped up February 18 with the same main house old meter. So February 18 he bought 2,000.
Okay.
And then February 25th he bought 1,000. Now what is strange is that on February 2 he had bought 1,000. All right. So February 2 he bought 1,000. Then you can say 2 weeks later he bought 2,000. And then a week later, I bought it another 1,000. Then he says something is going on. This is very strange.
That's like
how can
5,000?
I spend 4,000 cedis in a month on prepaid? Meanwhile, I have solar which runs and powers the house close to 10 a.m. till around 3 a.m. every day. I don't know what it means 10 p.m. or 10 a.m. One freezer, one fridge, AC hardly on. And this is just this month. On the average, I spent 1,000 a month on electricity credit. This month, February, boom, 4,000. Then it goes on. How come between 18th to 24th February I can spend 2,000 cedis on credit? Meanwhile, between 2nd and 18th I did just 1,000. Something is going on, and I'll be grateful if you can raise this. I decided to bring this up when I saw Franklin Kujo's rant on Facebook on the same issue. Then there's a couple more that have been brought in. Caleb, I don't know if you have them on this meter challenge. A number of people complaining about their unusual meter readings. Okay. So I'm going to do some interviews on it, but I feel like I need more evidence of a problem. One person cannot have a problem and it becomes a national problem.
Yeah.
So unless this person has a problem in his house.
No. I've actually received a number of complaints to that effect, that hitherto they were spending 1,000 Ghana cedis every 2 weeks to buy electricity and run their homes. For some reason, over the past 1 week, they have had to spend in excess of 2,000 Ghana cedis, and it doesn't appear as though they have changed anything in their home. And so the question is, if they are still using the things that they have always used, it is not like they have increased their numbers in the house. Why should the cost of electricity go up through the roof? I mean, of course, we do know that, as you explained, we've seen a change in the regime because of the new tariff levels that have been introduced.
Another one that
but
came
it's
in.
Unreasonable that people are having to spend double the amount they were spending previously.
Good morning, sir. Trust your day is good. Please, yesterday I heard people complain about the way their electricity finishes early on their meters. I just experienced the same thing, meaning it's true. I bought 100 cedis on Sunday afternoon around 1:30 p.m. in the afternoon. Just this afternoon, Wednesday, 1:15 p.m. it's gone. I mean, it's finished completely. Normally, it lasts for a week. Kindly use your good office to find out from ECG what's going on. I don't have air conditioning. So some people have 100 cedi problem, others have 1,000 cedi problem. Yeah. But it's still a problem nonetheless.
Yeah.
Another one that came in, I'm going to get. I'm sort of pulling the messages out of my archive.
Okay.
Yeah, but Caleb, I'm sure you've also had these complaints.
I have personally experienced that.
Oh, yourself?
I may not be a good example because, I mean, yes, my consumption has increased, but indeed the rates of the depletion of the credit and the volumes, the amount we are paying, I'm paying, it's been concerning, and I've read a lot of messages online to justify or confirm same. So it's an issue that a lot of people are upset about. People have done.
By what percentage is your
viral.
credit going up? So let's assume you spend 1,000 a month. Has it gone up to like 2K or 1,500?
It will be like 3K.
Oh,
you know,
times 3.
If you are looking at percentages,
really?
Yes. So,
and this is this February.
Yes, it's been so since December. The thing has really gone up. I don't know if I can give you real numbers, but previously I used to buy about 200 CDs, and that could take about 3 weeks, right?
Okay,
yeah, 3
as
weeks,
an example.
2 weeks, yes. But now I bought even 1,000 CDs at some point, and it wasn't up to 2 weeks, and everything finished. Like that. Yes.
Oh, that's great.
And you know, for the most part, I'm out of home. For the most part, it's evening, maybe even weekends, you are not home. So the rate at which this increase has gone up, it's not making sense for a lot of people.
Can you find for me the PURC announcement about the tariff increase, which was to take effect in February, and what percentage increase it was supposed to be? Because it, I mean, I've had comments on it, but I haven't really, as they say, I haven't averted my mind to the seriousness of the situation until I started getting people forward comments to my personal phone.
So Bernard, on December 2, 2025, a publication said on Joy, for example, electricity tariffs up by 9.86% and water by 15.92% effective January 2026. So the Public Utilities Regulatory Commission, PURC, has announced upward adjustments to electricity and water tariffs following the completion of its 2026-2030 multi-year tariff multi-year tariff review MYTO. The new rates take effect from January 1, 2026. According to the PRC in a statement, the tariff decision follows months of investment hearings, stakeholder consultations, and regional public forum held across the country as part of the regulatory process. Electricity tariffs to increase by 9.86%. So according to the PRC, electricity tariffs for all customer categories will rise by 9.86%.
Okay.
The commission says the adjustment reflects the investment needs of power utilities, expected generation inputs, and macroeconomic indicators such as inflation, Citi US dollar exchange rate, and the cost of natural gas. So the review also covered operational expenses and the regulated asset base of utilities for the next 5 years. Quarterly tariff reviews will continue, adjusting for variables beyond the control of utility companies, including fuel cost and generation mix. So water tariff also is in the mix there somewhere.
Let's hear some viewers of Channel 1 television speaking about this problem. I am informed that the ministry has issued a 7-day ultimatum to the ECG to investigate the vanishing credit crisis affecting prepaid customers. Let's hear the complaints that came through on our from our television viewers.
Lady, you know, it's true. My place now, a day, almost 50 Ghana. And I'm go complaining, you know. My guys, they show me 1 year, no, 8, you know. So now, they say, me, you know, never. And I later, my same thing, that means doing the fun. And your my fridges near the. I see a week, you know, with 2 like Ghana, 6 a week. That's a no one by your mommy, you know. Every week, me to 200. A month, me to 800.
Are you one out there?
No, member. This will be any fee.
And I was a month, 800.
800. Every week, 200. The week, 200, no. Me trying to test that the phone test the SSR.
Wow.
The lady make is true.
It's
because
true.
First, first, 50 Ghana, because that means check a man. But I tell you, what do you go so
electrical prices been now used.
We use freight from one diffuser. The air conditioner can also mean the man and you know,
Wow. And see, what's our call ECG for our catch on say.
Since you are about 200 a week, I think it's okay. And I'm my fan is because
I was using the prepaid meter, and then hello.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes. So during the time, I normally buy even a week. I do buy more than 200 cities, and then these are the things I normally use: fan. Let's say it's my house self-contained. So I have one bulb in the hall, in the bedroom, bathhouse and kitchen, and I have only one fridge, which is tabletop. We normally call it. Yes, tabletop fridge. And then those are the things that I use with iron. And per ECG, I think they normally calculate even the iron like it's every day something that we'll be using. So the point, later on I had a problem with the meter, and I went to them and they gave me postpaid, like direct something.
Yeah.
And let me give you I have one receipt here. Let me give you the charges per those things. The item, the written item, that is energy charges, and then the unit. The unit is 159. That is per unit. And then they say service charge days 31. And then they said government levy. Government levy is 224. And then they said street light. Street light is 224 again. That's what it's written. Those are the units I'm giving out. So the amount they said for the energy charge, the amount is 223.51. That is what they're giving me.
Right.
And then the service charge, days 31 days, which is 10 cities 91 pesos. And then for the government levy, for that 31 days is 4 cities 47 pesos. And then for the street light, it's 6 cities 71 pesos. So when you calculate all, it's 245 cities 60 pesos.
Right.
I hope you guys are hearing me clear.
Right. Yes, please.
But then, that is for the month. Those things that I was using. But then previously, when I was using the prepaid, it do consume a week. I do spend more than the monthly something that they give me here. So meaning we are having challenges with our prepaid systems.
Yeah.
Especially the new ones that you can sit in your room and then load.
The is too bad for us because every day almost 15 cities, 2 balls and 2 fans.
Almost 15 cities every day.
Yeah.
I get down on Brown Benzo.
Caswell
Road, okay.
Yeah. It's too bad. No fridge. A month, 300 and something. It's too bad. Hall.
Those were some viewers of Channel 1 Television's Breakfast Daily explaining and complaining about the phenomenon now described in the Ghanaian media as vanishing credits. I'll come back to this shortly, but good morning, Ghana. We all know that life doesn't wait for payday. Whether it's school fees, a business emergency, or finally starting that project, you need a partner who says yes. That partner is Blue Financial Services Limited. With the Blue iFinance app, you can get a loan disbursed in as little as 4 hours. Yes, 4 hours. No long queues, no endless paperwork. And if you're looking to grow your money, Blue investment rates are almost among the most competitive in the country. Don't just survive, thrive with Blue. Download the Blue iFinance app on the Play Store or the App Store. Call Blue on 0303 968 196. That's 0303 968 196. You can also WhatsApp us directly. 0501 609 958. That's 0501 609 958. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, LinkedIn, and Snapchat. It's all the same. BLUEFSGH. Trust in Blue. This Ramadan, Nescafe invites you on a journey of warmth, gratitude, and giving. For 30 days, discover 30 delightful ways to enjoy your favorite Nescafe. From delicious twists to perfect pairings, each day offers a new way to experience the joy and richness of Nescafe. Whether at suhoor or iftar, enjoy the warmth of togetherness with loved ones and our specially crafted coffee recipes. To learn more, visit the Nescafe website or connect on social. Nescafe family wishes you Ramadan Kareem. This advert is FDA approved. And if you're ready to lead in a fast-changing world that shapes what comes next, Ashesi's Masters in Business Administration, that's MBA, and Masters in Intelligent Computing Systems and Mechatronic Engineering are designed for professionals who want their work to matter. Whether you're advancing your career or publishing or building solutions that make an impact, an Ashesi education equips you with the skills, character, and network to lead in complexity. Applications are open. Learn more at ashesi.edu.gh.
So, do you know the hottest slogan in town now? Well, it's Patupa from GCB Bank. Patupa no be just vibe. It is your chance to win mega gargantuan prizes. We are talking the ultimate all expense paid trip to the Global Football Fiesta this year, plus monthly TVs, fridges, cookers, and many goodies. The prizes no they finish. Join the winning team. Deposit and maintain 300 cedis or more in your GCB savings or current account. That's all. Small savings. The more points you earn, Patupa, and boom, say kutu, say bam. You fit win big, so get in the game. And your next stop fit be Yankee or Canada or Mexico from January to April 2026. Save and win. Go with the Patupa promo by GCB Bank. Global Football. Here we come. T&C Supply. GCB is your bank for life. For years, you've worked hard, saved carefully, and prayed quietly, paying your rent every single year, wondering when it will finally be your turn. You've been dreaming of a place you could truly call your own, but owning a home still feels far of the way. At Locust Estates, we understand and know how it feels to work so hard and still feel insecure about tomorrow. We have beautifully designed 3-bedroom townhouses and safe, secure, community-focused estates with clubhouses, gyms, swimming pools, and 24-hour security. No stress, no guesswork. Call us now, 0200 557704. Visit locusestate.com. Modern living made possible. Get ready to boost your career with SIMA. Whether you're fresh out of university or climbing the corporate ladder, SIMA gives you real-world skills, global recognition, and a powerful network of over 600,000 professionals in 190 countries. And while you learn, unlock leadership and digital finance skills, and become a chartered global management accountant. No boring lectures, self-paced, flexible online learning, study time anywhere you want. AICPA-SIMA.com is where to visit online. 026-301-1992 is the number to call. One SIMA qualification, countless career opportunities. So people are winning big on 590 mobile just by dialing star 959 hash, star 959 hash. So NLA has increased the playing time of your favorite 590 mobile from Monday to Saturday. Noon rush starts from 8:30 p.m. and closes at 1:25 p.m. the next day, while the evening draw starts at 1:30 p.m. and closes at exactly 7:55 p.m. More time to stake more and more time to win more. But note, Sunday Aseda remains the same time, so catch all the 590 mobile evening live draws from Monday to Sunday from 8 p.m. to 8:15. Contact 0308-249-477. Beware, always remember to stake responsibly, not for persons below 18.
More on the vanishing credit phenomenon. Here's another one.
Thanks. I'm a landlord, okay? I have 6 rooms. They used to pay about 210 cedis every 2 days. Calculate it for me.
210 cedis.
Only one lady is using her fridge. 210 cedis. Why? 6 rooms, just 6 rooms. There are other guys who are drivers. They are not even around. 6 rooms, 210 cedis. Why? They are too corrupt. So if they want us to face them, we also face them one day, because we have dogs too.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
A few more comments coming through.
That is, they come and do it.
But when you were singing your golo golo, you were saying
What's about them of here? Yeah, pancake kwakwa.
Hello, good morning. Good morning, team. Please invite EC to come to your studio and do customer engagement. This will help the suffering masses. 1. Consumption charges vary from peak periods to low periods. 2. Power purchase that does not last for a month risk extra charges. 3. Gadget consumption vary from capacity to capacity. Thus, combining certain gadgets at the same time increases charges. This is going to be from Kuntunse. Another one coming. The ECG prepaid credit issue is very true. I have solar and was paying 1,200 cedis a month together with the solar. It's supposed to be 50% for ECG and 50% for solar. All of a sudden, since last month, the 1,200 gets finished within 2 weeks. All right, so this is from Kwame.
They are charging you for using the solar waiting.
Basically, the ECG credits have increased in terms of their consumption rate by almost double. And there's a long one I've received from a listener who wants to explain. He's an ECG staff. So I don't know if it's going to help the discussion. It says, Bernard, I want to bring perspective on the consumption of electrical appliances. Consumption of electricity is demand driven. I'll use 2 appliances most commonly used in some residential and commercial facilities. Fridge or freezer, 200 watts averagely. Mostly, this gadget is rated 200 watts. With this rating, a consumer with 1 fridge or freezer is likely to consume 5 kilowatt hours or 24 hours of electricity daily. And if you escalate this to 30 days billing cycle, the customer is likely to consume 150 kilowatt hours of power. When this is translated into money value with the current tariff for 150 units is 326 cedis. Assuming that a household has 1 double door fridge and a freezer per month, the consumer is likely to pay 652.16 for only these 2 items. Then it goes on average air conditioner, 1.5 horsepower, the average type. An air conditioner with 1.5 horsepower in every 40 minutes. The customer consumes 1 unit. If you use air conditioner for 8 hours, that's like 1/3 of the day, you consume 12 units. For 30 days billing cycle, 1 air conditioner is 320 kilowatts and money value of 696. So if you add that 696 to the 652, you're already doing about 1,300 for just these 2 appliances a month. This is the reality, my brother, and consumers should intensify energy conservation practices. This is Abraham Lincoln, ECG, Koforido. Abraham, thank you for this. So Sky is a household that has a double door fridge and a deep freezer that is on throughout the month will pay 652 cedis a month just for that device.
Just for that device.
And then if you have an air conditioner that is on 1.5 horsepower air conditioner, which is on 1/3 of the day, that is almost 700 cedis. And he didn't even mention how many air conditioners are in the house. So if you are, please look in your house and calculate what you have. So ACs and fridges and freezers are taking a lot.
Well, I am persuaded to a large extent by the explanation he's giving us. I think it doesn't address the issue in the round, because it would seem to me that even if we assume that this is correct, the people know their circumstances.
He's using a new tariff. So he's using a new tariff.
Exactly, I understand that. The people know their circumstances. So if there is a change in the tariff regime, and there is such a huge jump in how much they are having to spend. They've not added new refrigerators.
No.
They have not added new ACs.
No.
And all of a sudden, they're having to double the amount. That is completely objectionable.
We'll come back and discuss it in detail. I'll get into the ECG, the Minister of Energy statement, and then we'll discuss it.
Just quickly say, it's also about the time frame within which the credit is running out. Ordinarily, everybody knows how much they are consuming a month or a week. So despite the tariff, as the explanation is given, you expect that you would consume in a certain reasonable time, even with the new tariffs, but it's going so fast. That's why people feel that they are vanishing.
Another correction around what I said. So I'm being told that fridges don't run throughout the day because they have thermostats. So it's not like it's on 24 hours. It sort of self-regulates. Same for air conditioners. So Abraham Lincoln, I don't know if your calculation took into cognizance the role of thermostats in this, but we'll come back to this.
And then also the solar people. If you have solar on your building, and that is supplementing your electricity consumption, and because there's some change in the tariff regime and you are seeing such an astronomical rise, I think again that raises.
We'll come to that as well. So we will be taking you into tech and social media trends. Then we will continue with the ECG issue. Caleb.
It's brought to us by Telecel. Tech and social media trends is brought to you by Telecel.
Edwin is in the studio again. He did sports earlier. Now he's here with tech and social media trends. Edwin, welcome again.
Thank you very much, Thank you very much, Bernard. Good morning to everyone.
Morning.
So I know you said you will return to it, but the electricity issue is a big thing on social media. Yes, I brought you some complaints from people earlier in the week. I just want to bring you some comments that I saw while I was on social media. So this is from a user on X, Jackie says, who says, it's 12:43 a.m. and my prepaid just went off. I topped up 50 cedis not long ago. I'm barely home all day. When I'm home, 50 cedis after it went off. Yeah. When I'm home, it's just my fridge on. Yet by dawn, darkness. A prepaid that used to last days now disappears like airtime. We need a serious conversation about these tariff adjustments because it's no longer funny. Now, I bought prepaid 200 CDs yesterday. This is from J.A.J. Kum. Just this night, it's done. So if ACG think they can play with our electricity, it will over them. And then one final comment from someone called Hachimura. The prepaid issue isn't funny. 2,000 CDs doesn't even last 15 days. What's happening? So a lot of people sharing their complaints on social media. It's becoming a big thing. We just played the reactions from our viewers on Channel 1 TV as well. So this is a major issue that people want addressed.
All right.
Yeah. Okay, so we move on to Ukraine, which is in the trends because our Foreign Affairs Minister Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa, yes, he met with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky yesterday. So primarily they discussed the release of 2 Ghanaian citizens who had apparently been held as prisoners of war in Ukraine, and also pledged to expand the trade between 2 countries. They also talked about Ukraine offering a formal invitation to President Mahama. We remember that President Zelensky said he had invited President Mahama. That invitation has been made officially. It's also trending because they are accusing Russia of using deception to recruit more than 1,700 Africans from 36 countries on the continent to fight in their war. Russia has denied this claim, but there are definitely more reports. 1,700.
Serious, it's a serious matter.
Yeah, there are definitely more reports of people from Africa being promised jobs in Russia and then eventually ending up on the battlefield to fight in the war.
Trafficking, yeah?
Somebody can be staying with you. Maybe you know the person, then they'll start going to file some papers. They are doing some quiet moves. Before you see, they disappear.
Exactly.
And then the next time you hear they are in Russia somewhere.
Exactly.
Some people think that when they are smart too.
And then they were sending messages that
now they are hot.
Yeah, and then also for those of us who are always endorsing people's passports,
be careful.
There are implications that come with some of these things because when there are issues to deal with, you are the person they are going to
say, I want you to be my witness.
You are witnessing.
When he's taking a decision, he won't tell you.
He won't tell you. You need to have some influence over what these people do and do not do. And then also, while I commend the Minister for Foreign Affairs, he's doing a fantastic job by trying to follow up and getting the Ghanaians who are in custody released. I think it's equally important that we need an update from his ministry regarding what happened in neighboring Burkina Faso. It's been well over, a week since this thing happened. We just heard from the Ministry of Interior. That is not their area of jurisdiction. I think we need a statement from the Minister responsible for Foreign Affairs, exactly what happened, what they are doing about it. We want to see him there, talk to the authorities there, and let's see how we can ensure greater safety for our compatriots who go out there to find something meaningful to do.
Okay, so briefly on a case that has the nation intrigued, the Besemanche District Court has remanded Frederick Kumi, known as Abu Treka, into police custody again. He was rearrested by NACOC, who are the Narcotics Control Commission, and the next hearing is scheduled for the 18th of March. Of course, we know he is being investigated over an alleged $8 million romance scam targeting elderly Americans. He was discharged by the court on in relation to that case, but he was rearrested by NACOC. So
I think that this thing is getting concerning, right? If the authorities do not have anything against a young man, they should walk. Unless they have something against it. Because this idea of holding a person ad infinitum, suggesting that, we're looking into the matter and all of that, it raises issues about possible abuse of human rights. Yes, he may have a certain reputation according to people who know him, but that is not what is an issue here. The question is whether the state has a case against him and whether they can prove the same in a court of law. We should not just hide under all kinds of things and hold people indefinitely without due process. It would seem to me that there's something wrong about how this whole thing is being handled.
It's like you don't know. Maybe they want to detain the guy, but they are not finding the right legal route.
Exactly.
So they are rearresting and just so it comes some way. I don't know.
Okay, so
anyway, so people are talking about it.
People are talking about it. To the final trend, which obviously the Heritage Month launch last night. It was amazing. It was amazing, and it sets the stage for the Heritage Month next month. You saw a true display of authentic Ghanaian culture from all the stuff. And I always say that one of the most fun things at Citi FM and Channel 1 TV is dressing up for special occasions.
People do so well.
And one person on this panel really turned up.
Dress
like a proper Anglo elder. And he had a pipe. He had a pipe. Really nice.
So hold on. So a proper Anglo elder wears what? The smock?
He wears a jokoto, which is a jumper and a jokoto. So a jumper is what we wear under when we wear the cloth. So it's a jumper, and then he wore a jokoto is like a
togas.
Yes,
togas. Okay. The big shorts.
Yes, big shorts. And then he wore the ahinima.
But why do they use the corduroy to do it?
I don't know. There's a very funny material, corduroy material. So like there's a certain jokoto they wear. It's below the knees, and there's a corduroy material they use, and then they wear a white, sometimes lace jumper,
and they wear the coolie,
and then they wear the hat Sky is wearing, and then they'll say that anything they'll say, whatever their wife does, will just look at you and say, or they'll say, if they are cantankerous, they'll say, if you don't know, you go ask for school fees. When an Angloma is in that mood, don't interfere with him. Just give him his work place. Give him his work place and clear out of the house. Just don't interfere in his life. I'm just giving you advice.
Have you been to a family meeting where they call the meeting to discuss all kinds of issues? One of the issues that will come up is contribution. You have a cantankerous uncle.
Yes, always.
First
one.
of all, you don't have
contributed it.
But as they raise the money, he waits. Then he will go verse. Choo! When you talk, don't talk with me geography. No, I just says every day. So it's not your contact. We have to account your contact. What did you use the last contribution for? The whole meeting will come to a class.
You are tournament.
Okay, so this guy. We end with some tech news. And yesterday was also the launch of the NCA's 30th anniversary celebrations, and at that event the Minister for Communications and Innovations, Sam George, spoke, and one of the major things he said was directing the NCA to ensure that by our next independence anniversary, which is the 6th of March 2027, Ghana has achieved 70% population density coverage of 5G.
Okay. Not bad.
Yeah,
so this is in 3 years.
Next year.
That's great.
Yes.
2027.
2027. So
next
6th March 2027.
The world is moving fast now. We are already in 2020.
And I hope though that that's commendable, and he's doing a great job with that. But I also hope that there will be reliability because sometimes, that's right. It becomes some way. Sure.
Yes. So that's it.
That was Edwin with tech and social media trends.
Join the conversation on the City Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/City97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/City973, and Instagram at instagram.com/City973 with the hashtag CityCBS.
There are many reasons to connect, and it's all to put smiles on the faces of those you love.
Daddy, thanks for the tea cash, okay? I love you.
That's my daughter Angela. Caring for my parents, that's my duty. I also get to pay my utility bills easily with Telecel Cash. And to the suppliers at my shop,
hello sir, Telecel Cash payment received right on time. Thank you.
I get to make them smile because I can pay to my suppliers' merchant numbers, even on other networks directly. My dear ones, we keep the connection stronger when our family, friends, and business relations are happy. Live on cash, enjoy convenience, and make those who matter smile when you send them money with Telecel Cash.
Telecel, connecting energies.
Looking for engineering excellence you can trust?
Welcome to Left Signature Limited, driving progress through technology and engineering excellence.
From expert electrical engineering, design, installation, power systems, renewable energy, automation and control,
to reliable data center and managed services, power infrastructure, network connectivity, server virtualization, cloud integration and data security,
and cutting-edge software development, custom business applications, web and mobile apps, cloud and DevOps solutions.
Integrity, safety, accountability, teamwork. That's the Left Signature promise.
Ready to power your success?
Choose Left Signature Limited. Visit www.leftsignature.com.
Call +233 256 111 743.
Left Signature Limited. Engineering excellence for a connected future.
Welcome to your financial tips with Solace Finance. Managing money shouldn't be limited by long queues, banking hours, or travel distances. Digital tools like Solace Finance app provide a digital solution giving you 24/7 access to savings, transfers, bill payments, and multiple wallets linking all in one platform. With real-time tracking of balances, interest earned, and transactions, you can plan ahead, save consistently, and make smarter financial decisions with confidence. Simplify your finances, stay in control, and let Solace Finance help your money work smarter every day. Download the Solace Finance app today. For more information, call or WhatsApp us on 059-957-7963. Solace Finance. Your money, your power.
When the world gathers for greatness, one name leads the way: Litina Travels. Litina Travels is taking Team Ghana to the biggest global football event on the planet, happening in America, Canada, and Mexico. Join the Litina 2-in-1 experience, uniting world-class football and global business in one unforgettable journey. Your Litina Travels package includes visa to watch all 3 group stage matches, 3 official match tickets, return charter flight, top-class hotel accommodation, travel insurance, and exclusive access to business networking events across all 3 host nations. This is not just a trip, it's history in motion. It's football, it's opportunity, it's Litina Travels. The world is watching, the stakes have never been higher, and Litina Travels is your ticket to the global stage. Call 0244-260-789 today or visit Litina at Alisa Hotel Northridge and secure your spot on this once-in-a-lifetime journey. Litina Travels, your gateway to the 2026 Global Football Competition, happening in the USA, Canada, and Mexico, where football meets opportunity and Ghana shines on the world stage.
Channel One TV has a way of telling their stories. Stories that empower change, capturing the trending issues, delving into our communities, getting out the voices that matter.
Almost 13 to 16 people were under the ground and it collapsed on them. Yesterday we were able to make it and remove 8 of them and 4 were dead.
Channel 1 Newsroom, CNR, brings you an exhaustive coverage of the day's news. 8 p.m. and 11 p.m. every night.
Don't mine in forest reserves. And always when you've created a mess, clean it up. The laws are there.
So it's not that we need more laws. It is just that we need more enforcement.
Channel One Newsroom captures the exact news temperature of the nation. From the northern, western, eastern, and southern parts of Ghana, Channel One Newsroom, CNR's got you covered.
Let's speak to the core issues in terms of how we can prevent professionals who have been given the mandate to teach our children, and for this matter, the whole children's standard of care, and how they can live up to expectation.
8 p.m. and 11 p.m. every night.
How can somebody wake and you tell the person I appreciate you for 10 good months? I can't stand it. I'm owing rent. What should I do to be able to pay my rent? I don't understand. They should pay us. Enough is enough.
CNR, telling your stories, empowering change. Catch CNR on Channel 1 TV at 8 p.m. and 11 p.m. every night.
It's so hard to find someone who's always there, who do the best they can to push you to the top. But I found myself a friend who's all of these and more. When I put my dreams to sleep, you wake me up to dream. I trust in blue. I trust in blue. I trust in blue. I trust in blue. Save your money with blue. Secure your future true. Blue Ghana day for you. I put my trust in blue. I trust in blue.
Blue Financial Services Ghana Limited. Trust in blue.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
For it has been said that when either a man or a woman vow the vow for Nazarite, no scissors nor razors shall be upon his head, and this is said by the kings of kings and lords of lords, or in due modesty and pride as last right. The Babylon we go. Babylon we go. The Rasta go tear down Babylon. The Rasta go tear down Babylon. I go tear down Babylon. The Rasta go tear down Babylon. Babylon we bold. Babylon we Rasta go tear down Babylon. The Rasta go tear down Babylon. Bongo Farai go tear down Babylon. The Rasta go tear down Babylon. The days of lycée and sugar food amongst children is over. You see that? An education and pretty shoes now in college taking over. Welcome. Neither this is the time when children and fathers listening most to Bakramasa. What we are gonna do? The Rasta go tear down Babylon. The Rasta go tear down Babylon. Freedom fighters are go tear down Babylon. Revolutionaries are go tear down Babylon.
Yes, indeed. Rasta I go tear down Babylon. Babylon a weep. Charlie, I want to honor Joseph Hill. Charlie,
you want to be a Rasta man?
I swear, Charlie.
I saw we are wrong. You mean you become Rasta Bubulos?
Oh, Joseph Hill, Charlie, God bless you. Go tear down Babylon, Charlie.
Oh my word.
Listen to the words of the song. The song is deep. Wow, I want you to appreciate what is happening behind the scenes.
We not sleeping out again, and you have to respect each and every one. Crocus bag, move up, no. And the time is coming shortly when we shall use the marijuana and touch our palace.
Sometimes when the system is annoying you, just play reggae. It will solve all the problems. GCB Bank wishes the Chinese community in Ghana a prosperous year of the horse. Happy Chinese New Year. As the horse symbolizes energy, freedom, and progress, we hope this year gallops in with incredible success for your businesses, abundant blessings for your families, and happiness in everything you do. Thanks for trusting GCB Bank as your financial partner. Here's to a fantastic year of the horse. From GCB Bank, your bank for life. Are you an agro-processing equipment manufacturer or a manufacturer of any agric machinery? Do you have any innovation or technology that can improve agro-processing? Register to join and exhibit the Made in Ghana Agricultural and Agro-Processing Technology Fair, Ghana Agro Tech Fair 2026. Organized by the Ministry of Trade, Agribusiness and Industry, partnership with Ghana Exim Bank. It will showcase locally manufactured agric machinery and implements and agro-processing equipment and technology. The President, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, will open the fair 17th to 18th March, Independence Square, 9 a.m. each day. Call 0242585419. Ghana Agro-Tech Fair, transforming agribusiness through local innovation and technology. See the guy at the back shouting.
Fire burn Babylon.
Taking over.
Aji. Welcome to the Republic Verse, where your money, your business, and your dreams level up. Own your dream home with Republic Bank Mortgages. Grow faster with SME and corporate banking solutions. Run your daily finances smoothly with retail and commercial banking products. Build wealth with investments and trust management. Call Republic Bank on 0800 414 414. That's our toll-free number. You can also WhatsApp 0546 414 414. Step into the Republic Verse. This is the Republic Verse. Do more, shine more, big up.
Right now, the Ghana Exim Bank is 10 years old, and the bank is hosting an international conference on the theme A Decade of Enabling Export Trade and Industrial Transformation, Resetting Exim for the Next Frontier. It's happening from the 25th to the 26th of March 2026 at Kempinski Gold Coast City Hotel, Accra, 8 a.m. each day. The President of the Republic, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, will be there to perform the official opening of the conference, and the conference will bring together captains of industry, thought leaders, and decision makers in the global development finance ecosystem to deliberate on emerging issues in the development finance space. So call 020-854-1480 for enquiries. www.eximbankghana.com/conference is how to register. Our conference host is Honorable Sylvester Adina Mensah, Chief Executive of Ghana Exim Bank. Media partners: Daily Graphic, Media General, Citi FM, Radio Gold, and Channel 1 TV, as well as Multimedia Group. Knowledge partners: IFC and SME Finance Forum. Yeah, man. So good morning, Ghana. We all know that life doesn't wait for payday. Whether it's school fees, a business emergency, or finally starting that project, you need a partner who says yes. Now, the partner is Blue Finance Services Limited, Ghana Limited. Listen, with the Blue iFinance app, you can get a loan disbursed in less than 4 hours. So no long queues, no needless paperwork. And if you are looking to grow your money, Blue investment rates are among the most competitive in the country. So don't just survive, thrive with Blue. Download the Blue iFinance app on the Play Store, Apple Store, or Play Store or App Store today. Call us on 0303 968 196. WhatsApp us directly 0501 609 958. We are on social media as Blue FSGH, Blue Financial Services, Trust in Blue.
An education and pretty shoes now in college, taking over. Welcome. Neither this is the time.
All right, so here are more complaints and experiences being shared about
this person says, good morning, Bernard and team. We also have been experiencing this. We buy 500 Ghana cedis and it doesn't even last a week. We thought it was the unserviced AC. We went ahead to service it, but still it just finishes in a blink. Here's another one. Hello, Bernard and team. Good morning. This ECG issue is very true. The past 2 months or so, my electricity expense has increased by close to 100%. I have not added any new gadget. I actually spoke with one of their managers, a schoolmate, and he confirmed that it is true and that he's also experiencing same. This is Kweku in Accra. Hi, Bernard and team. Good morning. This ECG thing is serious. So I bought ECG 300 or credit 300 cedis on Monday 16th, then 200 cedis on the next Friday, another 200 cedis again the following Monday, and then 300 Ghana cedis yesterday. Now I'm left with 75 Ghana cedis on the meter. The same appliances I use, and I use what? So he's saying the same appliances, he was spending 500 Ghana cedis in a month, but look at what is happening now. Another person says, good morning, CTFM. With this electricity thing, we need further and better education on this. To know how much power you're using, you need to have inventory of your consumption before you can tell whether your power consumption is high or not. Some don't take into consideration the tariff increase. Others also consume more in the evening. That's Richard. Hi, Bernard. Please, I think the prepaid mystery needs to be investigated. I use my own meter. I have multiple appliances, but I only leave the fridge on when going to work in the morning. Whenever I return home in the evening, I always check the balance. There are times the meter reads only 2 cedis used during the day, and sometimes just 12 cedis. I don't understand. This is Jones from Nungwa. So his is a different situation. Good morning, Bernard. I have a postpaid meter for the past 8 months. I have been out of town, so all appliances are off. Now ECG does not come to read my meter, but keeps billing estimated. Every month the bill increases by at least 8%. So for 8 months I've been billed from 720 Ghana cedis to the current bill of 1,550 Ghana cedis. This is insane.
That's coming in from Kofi.
Okay, so here's another message. Hello, Sky. I hope you're well. This ECG situation is really worrying. Just this month alone, I've bought more than 400 Ghana cedis worth of power, and I'm hardly even at home. I work during the week, or I'm at work during the week, and on weekends, I'm usually out for events. So I honestly don't understand how it's finishing so quickly. My cousin mentioned that when you buy power several times within the same month, you sometimes get fewer units for more money. So it's because so it's better to buy in bulk. I don't know how accurate that is, but something definitely isn't adding up. The tariffs really need to be reviewed, because at this rate we won't cook the eba again. We'll just put it under the sun. LOL.
Let's hear from the ECG. The company says the rapid depletion of credit on what they call newly installed prepaid meters is due to more accurate readings, not arbitrary charges. Speaking on Breakfast Daily on Channel 1 Television, ECG's General Manager for External Communications, Mr. Ayiku, said obsolete post-paid meters were malfunctioning and under-recording consumption. He explained that the smart meters now capture actual usage, while tariff adjustments are implemented separately by the PURC. Here are highlights of that conversation.
So, as part of our loss reduction program or project, we undertook a mass replacement of obsolete meters. We changed some of our meters which were postpaid to prepaid, and as you may be aware, after 10 to 15 years, it's important that we replace our meters. This is also because at a certain point, the meters would start to malfunction. They will not be able to capture the right consumption of our users. So yes, we undertook this mass replacement, and of course, it came with some of these complaints from customers. Okay, so let's put this in context. For instance, ECG only implements tariffs. So if there's an adjustment in tariffs from the PLC, we implement it. That is different from a meter capturing the right usage of a consumer's consumption. These are two different things. So if it is about the meter, we have done a lot of education informing our customers that these are new meters, very smart and intelligent meters, capturing the actual usage and consumption of our customers and what they do or what they use. If there is any issue of the amount involved in terms of purchases, I spent 200 and now I spend 300 or 400, then we can look at a PLC tariff adjustment. So these are two different issues.
So the issues that we got from viewers yesterday says or tends to connote that they are not getting the right reading with the new meters, and the previous meters were okay, that they were not consuming much, but as soon as you installed the new meters, now the consumption went up. What can you tell us about the new meters? We know they are smart meters. Is it that the old one wasn't reading well?
That's exactly my point. So if you are using an old car, the efficiency or the effectiveness of that car wouldn't be as a new car. Are you getting it? So if you are using an obsolete meter, not able to capture the correct readings, that's what you are going to experience. And if you have a meter which is smart, able to capture accurate readings, that's the other experience you're also going to have. When it comes to behavioral change or even change management, when you introduce something new, you are going to have such complaints or reaction from customers, which I agree. We've accepted and we've intensified our education or campaigns, educating our customers that, look, the meters we were using previously are meters that were defective. I mean, they were malfunctioning, they were not capturing the right consumption readings and all of that. And that was affecting our revenue. And we need to change, apart from it affecting our revenue, the fact that by law, you have to replace after a certain period, we also have to go by it so that we can capture the right readings or the consumption of our users.
Do you have men or personnel at your facility that visit these complainants or people who come in to complain to inspect the meters that they are complaining about, and maybe if there are ways you can get it resolved? How do you go about it from the Electricity Company of Ghana?
Excellent. So, for instance, last week, let me give you a scenario. Last week, I received a complaint from a customer within the Dansman district. So she lives around the Ave Maria area. So I informed the Dansuman district manager. He dispatched his team to go and inspect. Later realized that there's a meter tampering. Another customer or a neighbor within the same compound house has tapped into the under customers and was actually using or drawing power from that customer. So these are some of the issues that we face. So when we investigated, that's what we saw. There have been issues where, because of bad wiring, bad earthing, use of unapproved technicians, has also resulted in some of these things. So we've encountered, investigating, realized that yes, sometimes there are some defects, and we've encouraged our customers to report to the nearest district office. And when we investigate and realize that this is coming from ECG, we immediately replace those meters.
So that was the external manager for external communications at ECG, Mr. Charles Ayiku. All right, now beyond what Ayiku is saying, which I'm sure is debatable for people, the Ministry of Communication has given, the Ministry of Energy and Green Transition has given the ECG 7 days to investigate the matter. And there are a number of people who are not happy with this, Kakra. So Imani has been writing about this. They have an article they've written.
Yes, and this is in response to the 7-day directive, and it's titled "The 7-Day Directive: A Welcome Move or a Regulatory Mirage." And this is written by Sichofe Mensah. He's with he's with the Technology Policy Department, or he's an analyst with Imani. And I read what he's written. The Ministry of Energy and Green Transition has finally broken its silence on the vanishing credit crisis by giving the Electricity Company of Ghana, ECG, a 7-day ultimatum to investigate rapid prepaid depletion. The minister has signaled that the public's outcry has reached the halls of power. However, if we are to take this research seriously, we must look past the optics and ask the hard questions about accountability, independence, and technical integrity. 1. The conflict of interest, the self-audit trap. Asking ECG to investigate itself is fundamentally flawed. This is the same institution that A. failed to act until a ministerial directive was issued. B. declared 30% system losses last year, a massive inefficiency that suggests their own house is far from in order. C. has a history of blaming ineffective metering and consumer habits rather than admitting to back-end glitches or tariff misconfigurations. Expectancy of an objective root cause analysis from the party being accused is at best optimistic. At worst, it's a delay tactic. 2. Where is the PURC? And that's a good question. By law, the Public Utilities Regulatory Commission, PURC, is the independent referee. Under Act 538, they are mandated to audit billing and protect consumers from utility overreach. Why is the ministry, a political body, directing the audit instead of the regulator? A truly transparent process would see the PURC's regulatory audit unit leading an independent technical investigation, not waiting for a report from ECG. 3. We need data, not narratives. A 7-day report that simply lists high appliance usage as the culprit will be an insult to the Ghanaian consumer. For this probe to be credible, it must disclose 1. Hardware realities. Are the Nuri or MMS meters experiencing the same negative balance glitches that have plagued them in the past? 2. Algorithmic transparency. Has there been a silent update to the billing software or a misapplication of the tariff structure? And 3. The remediation roadmap. If the probe finds rapid depletion was due to system error, what is the automated mechanism for immediate consumer? Just hold on, let's just scroll away from you. Yeah, so I have it.
Immediate consumer what? What is the immediate remediation for Charlie?
So yes, the third point was about the remediation roadmap. He says if the probe finds rapid depletion was due to system error, what is the automated mechanism for immediate consumer refunds?
Okay.
The minister's clock is ticking, but let it be known we aren't just waiting for a report. We are waiting for proof. if this 7-day window doesn't produce hardcore data validated by an independent PURC, then it isn't a reset. It's just a PR exercise to buy time while our credits continue to vanish into 30% abyss of system losses. We are tracking. The PURC must step up. ECG must come clean.
All right. So that was an Imani analyst. There's another one I've received here, which is quite similar to what you read. This is from Apia Kusi Adomako, if you have it.
It says two things, Bernard and team. It is inappropriate for the minister to ask the ECG to investigate itself in its complaint. As the Akan proverb says, no one uses his left hand to point to the road that leads to his hometown. For the investigation to be credible and transparent, the PURC, Energy Commission, and Ghana Standards Authority must be actively involved. As you rightly noted, the new tariff took effect on January 1. However, the PURC itself is part of the problem. In the multi-year tariff approval, the PURC used an exchange rate of 12 Ghana cedis to the dollar and projected inflation at 12%. In reality, the cedi has remained far stronger than 12 Ghana cedi to the dollar, and actual inflation has fallen to 3.8%. The PURC has consistently overestimated inflation rates, seemingly to justify tariff increases for the ECG at all costs. For example, during the third quarter review, the PURC projected an inflation rate of 20.67%, and the Ghana Statistical Service rate came to around 13%. From 20 to 13. Anyway, this difference of about 7% represents the consumer's overpayment.
True.
The bottom line is this: whenever the projected rate significantly exceeds the actual outturn, the PRC should automatically adjust tariffs downwards because consumers would have overpaid, yet no such adjustment ever occurs. Given that the PRC has repeatedly got its inflation forecast wrong, I strongly suggest that the PRC Act be amended to include the government statistician as a member of the PRC board. This would be greater. This will bring greater objectivity and credibility to future tariff determinations.
The PURC even
Best regards.
check with Statistical Service before they do their projections? Because how do you do inflation and FX projections without speaking to the Statistical Service? This is just a charade, you know. And the funny thing is that PURC is now hiding behind this so-called investigation and not saying anything about this matter. We've called them this morning to speak.
But they are the regulator.
Charlie, I don't understand. You are regulating a sector where consumers are having a problem. We are calling you to speak to us. You are telling us that the government has asked the ECU to investigate itself, so you aren't going to speak to us. I mean, honestly, like, do you think we wash our face upwards? Do you understand me? What kind of, I mean, does this make sense to you? You are the Public Utility Regulatory Commission with paid officers to respond to consumer complaints. This has been going on for at least 3 days, if not a week. The government ministry has asked ECG to investigate itself, which doesn't even make sense, because ECG is the one that people are complaining about. The PURC, you are telling us that you won't talk until the investigation is over. Charlie, don't take us for fools. So you see, don't do that. If you don't understand the issue or you've been given instruction not to speak, tell us, but don't give us explanations that don't add up. Do you understand? This is a national crisis on our hands. Honestly. A number of people are calling all over, and it affects all social classes. You had people who are taking 100 cedis a month to 5,000. You get it? So it's not something you can hide, and this is the problem. PURC is paid to do this very job. This is when you should be working overtime. You don't have you can't tell me that why? Were you appointed by the energy minister? You are a Public Utility Regulatory Commission. This is what you are there to do. You should be investigating ECG and coming up with an independent report and telling consumers what you are doing, instead of telling us that, oh, you speak to us because there's an investigation going on. Which of this investigation?
You see, stretching this a bit, when problems emerge, and this is what I've observed under this new administration, it appears that yes, we find ministries being quick to respond, and that is good, that is responsive. But if we don't take care, there's going to be an over concentration on the performance of governance rather than actual governance. which should include a certain devolution of power. We don't expect the minister or the so in this case the energy minister, last week the health minister,
it's almost like
the gender minister. Our governments, our ministries being run by only the ministers. Are they the only employed? Then everybody else should go home, so that only the ministers and maybe their core teams will do their work. That is the risk that I feel that we are running into. PURC is the regulator of the industry. Yes. My expectation, and if you listen to Mr. Adomako's analysis, if you listen to the call that Imani is making, okay, we've heard these narratives of metering problems. New meter is doing this, old meter is doing that. We need the data to show us that. They are asking questions. Mr. Adomako's question about the the exchange rate per that calculation, that 7% is very concerning. It means that we are paying, and this came up, I remember Sky said that this came up when there was the PURC brought the new tariffs for this year. Okay, that we are continuing to pay for a certain obscurity and lack of transparency in the management of power in this country, especially with the ECG. Okay, there's also inefficiency. We're always hearing about revenue losses, and then the one of their biggest problem is the electricity theft that they can't deal with, the illegal connections, etc. You see, so there's no transparency. The regulator is supposed to come in and use his whip to get things in order, ask questions. But to tell us that because the source of the problem is investigating itself, and so you cannot speak to us, that's very problematic.
What's annoying me is, I remember under the previous administration, there was a contemplated law which people in the PURC felt would emasculate them and make them subservient to the ministry, because PURC by its definition is supposed to be an independent regulator. Okay, so they felt like if this proposed change that was under the previous administration was brought into to the fore, they would not be able to do their regulatory work. And I have moderated African Regulatory Association meetings, so they are very, very concerned about their independence. Do you understand me? So it is times like this that you show that the money we are paying you is useful.
Exactly. Ironically, does it appear their independence?
This is the time that you will say, ECG, we are giving you. Okay, you can give ECG a query and tell the public that we have asked ECG to report on why this is happening within 3 days. If they don't, you find them. Okay, then you others are quiet and telling me that ECG. How? So you are the public utility. So Ghanaians, we don't, at this point around ministries overshadowing agencies of government. Sometimes people misinterpret their mandate. You are the PURC. You must understand your mandate based on the law that set you up and protect your territory. Otherwise, there's no point unless you are subservient to the ministry. The ministry has political, And you see, the reason we set up the PURC is to protect consumers from the whims and caprices of political people. You get it? We've politicized everything, so maybe the PURC people are feeling afraid that they can't do their work. Also, if you can't do their work,
then we are in a total regulatory crisis, because that means that for every agency, for every independent regulator, they need to be overtly subservient to their ministry. Then what's the point of having a regulator?
The reason the Media Commission was set up, as an example, and that they independently choose their leader, is that people know that conflict. So Media Commission has statutory organizations part of it. Government has nominees, but sometimes the head of the Media Commission is not a government appointee. PURC is the same. Public Interest and Accountability Committee. They recognize that if you put politicians in charge of something, they'll just create their own biafra and do their own thing. So you have to have independence. Independence must not be in the text; it must be in operation. I am saying to PURC that this crisis is exposing your weakness. If you are not going to issue a serious statement pointing out your own independent investigation and your recommendation, and you are hiding behind this claim that government has asked ECU to investigate itself, I'm sorry, you are not being effective. It is a complete dereliction of duty, and that's not why you are paid.
And to add to that, I think maybe the ministries can also take a step back to allow some of these agencies and commissions to be able to do their work. We keep talking, the matters that come up seem to be exposing regulatory failure. Okay, and that a chunk of that blame is on the regulators themselves. When we talked about votes buying, okay, where was the Electoral Commission? When we talk about the filth in the country, we ask questions: where is the environmental protection agencies? Where are the assemblies? consistently our decentralization, excuse me, says a joke. It has failed. We are running with it, or we are working with it, but it's now appearing to be counterproductive. And so I feel that the ministers and their ministries should also, take a drawback on the optics. It's not every situation that we need to see the minister running in, walking in, making it. No, let the regulators work.
Even this is the other thing we should see. It looks like, because you have said a point about performative aspects of governance, ministries want to be seen to be working, but what that does is that it pushes out and
it sidelines these agencies and
obscures
regulators.
Agencies from working, and the political climate in Ghana is some way, right? So we want actual work to be done. And for me, PURC, you have no excuse for claiming that you don't have anything to say about this. You should have actually issued a statement long ago.
That's totally
even if you don't give me, I'm not looking for an interview. Put out a statement explaining your understanding of the matter and assuring consumers whose taxpayer money is used to pay you that this is what you are doing.
And I don't think it's fair to frame it as granting an interview. The work we do here is not about granting interviews, but as part of our advocacy as journalists, we are trying to ask questions on behalf of the public, because every citizen cannot throw their question at the ECG head or PURC about what is going on. We represent their voices, so it's not so much about getting an interview, but it's supposed to get answers for the audience, and it's also supposed to advocate for transparency in how the affairs of this country are being run, with respect to this case being electricity.
Which is why I said, even if it's not about if you have a, you see, for me, this is the thing about Ghana I don't like. People hide. They hide. You get it. We've said Ridge Hospital, Police Hospital, silence after 2 weeks of this national calamity of a 29-year-old man dying. Now you have a crisis that at least 3 days, if not more. Started getting comments around Monday.
It's been a while.
Yeah. All right. And then you're having the regulator not issuing a statement. Why should the Energy Ministry, as Kakra said, be the first person answering? Where is the regulator? So why are you a regulator? What is your point? What is your purpose as a regulator?
But for me, the fact that this is only getting the attention of the authorities only because of the outrage of the public says a lot. No one is monitoring. So a lot of things will go under the radar when the citizens don't complain. And you see, because we are paying for this one, we are feeling it directly. A lot of people are complaining about it. But what about the aspects of our lives that people do not even necessarily have an idea how to measure? Don't have an idea. So if you're talking about radiations and emissions of those things, for example, that could be affecting us, who are the authorities who are regulating those spaces? So that this one, we are complaining because it is hitting our bottom line. And to think that I started experiencing this since January, and to think that we are almost getting to March and authorities are now speaking should tell you that people are sleeping on their jobs.
Here are more comments. Good morning, Bernard. I trust your will. You guys need to take on ECG seriously. They may have serious challenges, but consumers who pay for electricity shouldn't have to bear the brunt of their inefficiency. Just this morning, my power went out. I checked the interface because I was sure I had credit on the meter, and truly I did. I decided to go and check the meter, and it was displaying 000 CDs. Contrary to the over 200 CDs displayed on the interface, there were also a number of errors displayed on the meter itself. What kind of error causes one's credit of over 200 CDs to turn into 0 CDs on a meter? Thankfully, I called their complaint center and it's been rectified now. This coming in from George. Then we have a couple more coming in. Daniel says, how do we have all our meters changed? 2, how should we use a meter? 3, the meter in my house is more than 30 years old. Okay.
I'm happy with this last comment, asking questions about how the meter should be used and saying that his meter is about 3 years old. 30 years old. So that this one consumer, his message contradicts what was said to some extent of the interview you played, the Mr. Aiko, because he said something. First, he said there was public education about these new meters. I was a bit surprised when I heard him say that, because being a part of the media, that was news to me myself. Okay, I don't know which communities, but this comment verifies the fact that, well, a chunk of Ghanaians don't know about what is going on. So that questions the so-called public education. He was also he also spoke about the problem being associated with new meters. But a number of the messages I read, plus this 30-year-old meter, contradicts that. And so I come back to the position of Imani that don't just give us responses to blame meters and the conduct of consumers. Bring data, come and explain the problem and tell us what is going on. These meters are properties of the electricity company of Ghana, and so don't shift blame. Okay, so if there's something wrong with the calibration, etc., we shouldn't be made to bear that cost just because of somebody's inefficiency, lack of communication, failure to do the right thing, and even transparency.
Which is why ECG should not even be trusted to investigate itself, because if the points they are making sort of contradicts what we know. Here's more comments. Caleb, if you can help me.
So what this man is saying is not true. We have been using this thing for years. Why recently? They just want to find excuses. They have no idea about what's happening in our homes. This is even households. I'm wondering about businesses and companies. Good point. Good morning, Bernard and team. The explanation from the Electricity Company of Ghana, ECG boss, does not address the real issue on the ground. The new meters being installed are clearly malfunctioning. My brother had his meter replaced on Monday. He purchased 300 Ghana cedis worth of credit and he was exhausted within just 3 days. This is someone who would justify such rapid consumptions. When he reported the issue to the contractors who installed the meter, they demanded 2,000 Ghana cedis to work on the meter. This is unacceptable. ECG must urgently investigate and address this situation. If these concerns are not properly handled, it will only push frustrated customers to resort to illegal means to minimize their bills, which will create a bigger problem for everyone. Bright Blavo sent that from Ashoman Estate. Hello, Bernard. If what the ECG man is explaining is true, then electricity charges in Ghana is seriously expensive. Spending almost 50% of salary on electricity is terribly huge. Something has to be done urgently. Nana Kofi sent that. I hate the way the ECG is trying to justify the absurdity going on. We are also educated, so we know when our consumption changes or wiring have faults. The issue is simple. We are paying for ECG's incompetence and their high salaries. What a country. Good morning, Citi FM. Good morning. I am following you on your discussion about the ECG meters and matters arising. Yes, it's true that this is going on and many customers have expressed reservations about it for long and no one is taking it up. Just buy 50 Ghana cedis or 100 Ghana cedis on prepaid credit. It will take you at least 2 days or 3. Oh, really? Then you're lucky. ECG may be running into losses if care is not taken because some customers have resorted to illegal ways of keeping their lights on. What they do is to pass the wire into meter on another device in your room, which runs a different cost to control your credit. The ECG must be up and doing. If not, they will be running at a loss because most customers will resort to using... Oh, Charlie, did I just read all that? Sharing with people how to do the illegality. This is what ECG does when it's in debt and they need money to pay. It lasts for a month, and by that time they get money to settle their debt. They tell us it's a glitch. Bernard, okay.
That's ill-motivated.
Bernard, maybe PURC is waiting for them to be upgraded to an authority before they talk to you.
That's the annoying part.
Is Ghana.
I wanted you to go to the law that set up PURC because I'm a bit concerned about PURC's loud silence, because the reason you have a regulatory commission is for such purposes. So if where there's a massive public outcry around credits finishing and you choose to remain silent because the energy ministry has directed ECG to do an investigation, I am saying that the law that set you up does not say you should act based on what energy ministry is doing. You are an independent regulator. Okay, the law that set you up is very clear. So it's a dereliction of duty to be silent. It's irresponsible not to comment or to issue a statement to even explain your understanding of the problem. You haven't even called for an aggregation of consumer complaints. You haven't told us that people have called you to complain. You've just decided to keep quiet and wait out a 1-week ultimatum the ministry has given to ECG. Number two, the ministry's directive to ECG, from all indications, is a red herring. The ECG is the one that is mistreating us. You cannot ask ECG to investigate itself in any serious entity. So Energy Ministry come again. You see, we have grown. We are not children. This is not 1992. This is 2026. So don't be doing smoke screens and red herrings and expect us to clap for you. Do the right thing. The people in charge of billing at ECG obviously are doing something wrong. If PURC doesn't have the balls to investigate them, then the office of the president should. Because the ministry cannot tell ECG to investigate. I would have even told the ministry would say they have an independent group that is investigating. But they've told ECG to investigate itself. How absurd. Do you understand? Don't tell me that you're not aware of this, because it's happening all over. The good news is that from Monday, when we started doing this on TV, people call from Kasua, people are buying credit for 50 cedis, some are buying credit for 4,000. So it's not like one category, it's all over the place. You get it? So this idea that we're not going to comment on the issue, I'm not going to issue a statement, I don't really get it. The people who are being paid to work must work. I keep saying this, people struggle to get posts. When given the post, they don't want to do their work. People go to the ends of the earth to lobby for position. You get a position, problem can solve them, then they hide. What is the sense in that?
Bernard, the PLC has its lifeline from the utility companies. That means these companies provide more of their daily bread. So the commission is in bed with them to drain us. This is a message that came.
Well, that is somebody's supposed. I wanted you to go to the law. That I want to tell the public what the law enjoins them to do. You get it? Because that's where all this angst is coming from. You have been set up. Look at the caliber of who chair PURC. They are men of weight and timber. It's supposed to, and I think the previous MPP government in the first term or so, or was it under the NDC government, and Kwame Pianim was the chairman of PURC.
Yep.
They look for people who have a certain clout, a certain strength, who cannot be pushed around. Why? Because you don't want, same with PIAC, you don't want somebody who sees themselves as kowtowing to political leadership.
Exactly.
So you look for a person of a certain stature.
Yeah.
So that they can assert their independence, because Ghana is a rule of big men. If you give somebody a post and the person is a small boy, they'll just push him around.
Exactly, and that's why Mr. Pianim did very well.
Yeah.
In that position, of course, the government wasn't happy at some point about how he was handling the space, because they thought things could be done differently to align with their interests. But again, that's what independence is all about. Now, if you go to the act you're talking about, this is Act 538, which is the Public Utilities Regulatory Commission Act of 1997. The relevant provisions here deal with the functions of the commission, which you find under Section 3 of the Act. The functions of the commission are A, to provide guidelines on rates chargeable for the provision of utility services. B, to examine and approve rates chargeable for the provision of utility services. C, to protect the interests of consumers and providers of utility services. D, to monitor standards of performance for the provision of services. E, to initiate and conduct investigations into standards of quality of service given to consumers. F, to promote fair competition among public utilities. G, to conduct studies relating to economy and efficiency of public utilities. H, to make evaluation of property of public utilities it considers necessary for the purposes of the commission. And then I says to collect and compile data on public utilities it considers necessary for the performance of its function. J, to advise a person or an authority in respect of a public utility. K, to maintain a register of public utilities. And finally, to perform any other functions as are incidental to its other functions. Now, what is clear from the provision that I've read is that as the regulator, they have the authority to investigate concerns like the one consumers are raising, because it is not only their job to protect the interests of the utilities, they are also enjoined by this provision to ensure that the interest of the consumer is protected. So when you have an uproar from the consuming public to the extent that they find something untoward with how their meters are moving, and people have reasons to suspect that something truly terrible is happening, which means that people are losing money, according to them, as a result of this. You have the clothing of the law to intervene and investigate and establish what exactly the issue is. Summon the authorities at the ECG and related institutions.
ECG should be shaking when PURC comes calling.
Exactly.
Their work.
But you remember that this thing happened some time ago and we're told that it was a software glitch. And eventually there was an order that was given that people should be compensated and all of that. We don't want a similar thing to be happening. I don't know why Ghana, every time there's an adjustment in electricity tariffs, then we hear all kinds of stories.
Yes.
I mean, why should that be? I mean, you have softwares, you have engineers, people who police this process. It should be routine. If we are moving by 10% up, it is mathematics. It can be calculated. In this day and age of AI, it is possible to apply, a prompt that will solve all the problems across the country. Once they are properly configured, it's going up by 50% because of the band within which you are in, or it's going up by 10% because of the band within which you are in. It should be routine. So people should not be facing problems across the country. And as you said, I'm not happy that somehow the PURC, which is our guardian, which is to protect our interests in this particular matter, is so silent on the subject.
They have to talk.
It is important that
silence is not an option. As I've been saying now, these days, whether you are a hospital, a police, you cannot be silent when the public interest is being is being discussed.
I think they want to talk.
Okay, so yes. Dr. Eric Obute is the Director of Research and Corporate Affairs at PURC. Thankfully, he's on the line. Doc, thank you very much for joining us on the Citi Breakfast Show. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Can you hear me loud and clear?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, your line is a bit faint, but we'll work on it. Has PURC heard of the massive outpouring of complaints around meter readings and vanishing credits, which is the subject of our discussion this morning? Have you heard about it? And if you have, when did you hear about it as a commission?
Hello, thank you very much. Am I speaking to Citi FM or Star FM, please?
You are speaking to Bernard Avila of Citi FM.
Oh, okay, fine. Bernard, thank you very much. We got wind of this information this Monday, and we have actually invited the ECG to speak to us. And we actually deployed our men to the field, regional offices, as well as the head office, to undertake the investigations. And as we speak today, we are meeting with ECG to find out exactly what the issues are and to iron out the differences so we can get back to the public.
So you invited them on Monday. Today is Thursday.
No, we actually wrote to them to come over to us. So today, Thursday, yes, they are meeting us today. But before then, we have deployed our men around the country to go around and investigate exactly what the issues are. So by the time ECG comes to meet with us, we also are armed independently with data to confront them with the data that we have.
Per your mandate, you are to monitor quality of service for consumers. What monitoring mechanisms do you use to ensure that you know the quality of service we get as a regulator?
Okay, we work together with the Energy Commission on some of this monitoring of the quality of service indexes. We have what we call SIDI, CAIFI. SIDI is like the System Average Duration Index. And then we have the Customer Average Duration Index. So if your light goes off, for how long does it go off? If it goes off, what is the number of times it goes off within a particular period? So we use those indices to actually measure. But this current issue of buying credit and then losing the credit within a particular period, we don't have any index for that particular one. So we do field investigation, and that is exactly what we are undertaking now.
But isn't that a big omission? Because metering and billing are very critical to the consumer experience. So if your monitoring is only checking whether the light is on or off, but does not check if I paid 1,000 cedis, I'm getting the exact kilowatt hours I am supposed to be getting, is that not a fundamental thing you should be checking independently?
We do that independently, but that is done on a case-by-case basis. if anybody complains to us that they have a particular issue with their meter, the way it's functioning, we deploy the engineers to the field to actually go and investigate. We have regional complaints officers who go to the field with the engineers to actually investigate. So there are times that we even do what we call meter testing, and we put meters there just to make sure that we test and see whether what the person is telling us is actually true or not. So we do independent investigations on a case-by-case basis.
Okay. So whilst I can't tell you how to do your work, your colleague MPA, they seem to have a different approach when it comes to fuel stations. They have a system where you can randomly pick a fuel station to check if I pay the 100 cedis, I'll get the exact amount of fuel promised based on the agreed rate. Should the PURC not have a similar approach to regulating billing, metering, and pricing?
Well, the PURC does that sometimes, but it's not a regular thing that we do to say we will go on the field and then pick independent, let's say, bills and check on the bills and see whether what they are paying is what they are actually, what they are paying for is what they are actually getting. But on independent basis, if someone complains to us, we always advise customers to first complain to the utility service provider. Now, if the service provider, you are not convinced or you are not happy with what the service provider has given you, you come to the PURC, and the PURC, anytime people complain to us, we take up the responsibility to do the investigation.
So I understand your approach, and I think it's worked so far. But looking at the current crisis we have, and also looking at the fact that ECG itself has had so many different kinds of meters, some of which have malfunctioned as a matter of public knowledge, should the PURC at least not have a system of auditing the various categories of meters? Because, for example, they have Camstrap, they have Nuri. There have been different meter brands brought in that have created different problems. So shouldn't the PURC say, maybe Agbobloshi, a lot of the meters, they are Nuri meters. So we are going to audit to see how these meters are running. Because the whole issue has to do with the ECG's metering and how it robs customers of how much they pay. And this is not a new issue. So I'm a bit surprised that the PURC has not found it necessary to even audit the effectiveness of these various meter brands that the ECG has publicly said it has.
No, Bernard, we do. We do. In fact, we work in collaboration with the Ghana Standards Authority. So we do have we have a meter lab in the PURC itself, but that meter lab is not big enough to be able to test about multiple meters. So maybe we can test about 2 or 3 meters at a go. But if we want to do serious meter testing on a large scale, we do it in collaboration with the Ghana Standards Authority to do the calibration and be sure that the meters that are being brought in or the meters that are there are actually the meters which are supposed to be there. So we do the calibration of these meters in collaboration with the Ghana Standards Authority.
Fair enough, but I'm pushing this because somebody can bring a meter which is tested and it works, but the rubber meets the road in how the meter functions in my house. So Standards Authority can say the meter has been declared good to work, but you are a regulator of the service. Standards Authority is regulating the standard of the product. You are regulating the service the person gives me, which includes if he's cheating me for my credits or not. So maybe it's time the PURC came up with a larger facility or recruited people to do random meter audits. That can make you more meaningful your mandate of consumer protection.
I agree with you on that score. And that's what I'm saying, that we do the meter testing on a random basis, but we don't do it on a very large scale because, one, our meter labs are not that big. And two, if we want to do it on large scale, we have to collaborate with the Standards Authority. But point well taken, we'll make sure that maybe we need to do it more frequently and to do it across the country. We do not have the manpower to go to every household or to every community to undertake this meter testing. But whenever issues of this nature come up, we take it up and we move quickly into the communities to undertake those meter testing. We have done a lot of these complaints issues with meters in the north, in the Ashanti region, in Greater Accra region. We've done a lot and even recovered funds for consumers. So some of these institutions have even got money paid back to them because of wrong calibration of their meters. So maybe fair point, yes, we have to do more of that.
I have 2 final questions for you, and thank you for speaking to us. The first of the last 2 is, you used the exchange rate of 12 cedis to the dollar when you were calculating the current tariff, and you also estimated inflation around 20.67%. This is what CATS is telling us. Inflation is now 3.8%, and the cedi to dollar is below 12. Indeed, for the third quarter of 2025, you projected an inflation of 20.67, and that inflation rate ended at 13%. So you overestimated inflation by about 7%. Again, that miscalculation obviously led to customers paying more than what they were to have paid because you put the wrong figures into the formula. Do you concede to this?
Well, the point is that we take PURC does not come up with the CPI, the inflation rates. We take the inflation rates from the Ghana Statistical Service. Now, what we do is that anytime maybe there is an overestimation of the inflation, we have something we call clawback or under recovery and over recovery. Now, over recovery is the situation whereby, let's say, as we are seeing the case now, we use 12 cedis to the dollar, and now maybe the dollar is about 10 cedis. Then the utility might have over recovered on the forex. So in the next tariff window, what we do is that we recoup that one and use the 10, and then we make sure that whatever that the utilities got back in the previous one, we bring it back to make sure that they get exactly what they are supposed to get now. So the consumers, the gain that you make between 12 and 10, the gain goes back to the consumers. Likewise, if in the case of the inflation as well, if the inflation is overestimated, in the next tariff window, we recover it and give it back to consumers in the form of reduced tariffs. So it might be that, yes, the case that we use 20%, we estimated that the inflation was 20%, but if it's now 3.8, obviously we'll use the 3.8 in the next tariff computation, and that is what we advise or determine the tariff that we'll come up with.
Finally, in the first question, you said you had invited ECG, you've written to them, and you are meeting them, and you are also sending your people to follow up on some of these complaints. What will be the remedy for people whose credits have been wrongly taken or whose credits have been essentially stolen? Yes. If that is what the outcome is, what will be the remedy for such people?
Okay, this thing happened sometime back in 2023 as well. I think around 2023. After the investigations and we realized this is what the situation, what we do then is that we get back to ECG, we get all the people who have been affected, and we make sure that ECG gives back to them the credit that they lost. So ECG will not pay you money, but will in any case give you back the credit that you lost previously. So if you are going to buy extra today, if the investigations found out that ECG actually made your credit to run faster than normal, ECG will claw back. So if you are buying 100 cedis, maybe you might get 50 cedis extra in terms of credit. So that's how people be compensated.
Okay. So today is Thursday, the 26th. When we hear from you in relation to this matter as a public?
Okay. So when we finish the meeting today, likely whatever the outcome may be, I might be able to talk to you, or maybe today or tomorrow I might be able to speak to you again on the issue.
Thank you for speaking to us. Thank you for speaking to us, Dr. Eric Obute, Director of Research and Corporate Affairs, for speaking to us on Citi FM.
This is Buju Banton, and I've got something special to say with my dear friend, who is my pen.
I'm at the crossroads. You hear that? Here I go again, just me and my pen. I'm without a friend. They have all turned and gone and left me. Now on my lonesome journey, I will always criticize. Is that life? Is that the way to live it? Yeah. Earth has its boundaries. Sky has no limit. Be the best in life. Put everything in it. Let no one stand in your way. There's just one law to obey. That's morality. And protect your sanity. Oh, here I go again. Just me and my pain. I'm without a friend. They have all turned and gone and left me upon my lonesome journey. A few things in life concern me. One is life, the other is how we live it. Whoa. And when all is gone and everything becomes plain, what it's all about, whoa, isn't fortune or fame. There is justice, equality, and our human rights. I'm sick and tired of watching our children pay the price, Lord, Lord, Lord. They cry a solemn tear, and I wonder if they hear. I wonder if they care. Ooh, earmark goes again. Just me and my pain. I am without a friend.
Loads and loads of messages on this particular one. I operate a commercial apartment, and for about a year, our average electricity spent per guest has been around 50 Ghana cedis per night. However, just last week, it suddenly increased to about 120 per night. With such a clear change in consumption patterns, I would expect that once a complaint is lodged, PURC should be able to access the relevant data from ECG to investigate the issue. I even thought the guest abused the power until this morning. I heard you guys on radio and it's making sense to me. Good morning, Bernard. Last year I spent over 18,000 Ghana cedis on ECG bills for a 2-bedroom house and a hall. Whenever my wife and I called ECG, they gave us the same excuse of it being our consumption or earthing cable. Yeah, I even got a technician from them who was surprised by my consumption rate. So I questioned him about his consumption rate and he admitted he was using less. This made me realize that these same ECG employees may be engaged in illegal activities. I suggest that if possible, all ECG workers' homes should be checked for illegal connections. Okay, that's your allegation.
Here I go again.
Yeah.
A lot of people are not happy about their billing.
Yes. So I
many
got a
do not
WhatsApp
seem
message
to have
from
known about the development.
I got a WhatsApp message from it says, "Good morning. This is Dr. Charles Ni Ayuku."
Okay.
I think of ECG, but
yes.
There's a typo there. So he sent me, and that's the gentleman that we spoke.
We played his voice.
We played an interview earlier. So
Comes
he sent me 3 web links, news web links: esi.africa.com, citinewsroom.com, and also myjoyonline.com, detailing stories about announcement of meter replacement. He's not sent any other message. I guess the point he's trying to make is respond to what I said about public education. And once again, this is what Imani is saying. The responses that ECG is given must be data-based. When I said that the public does not appear to be aware of what is going on, the public education, he said, I don't think that I was conjuring that. A lot of the messages I signaled that 2 that Bernard even read from his phone. A lot of the messages from the consumers were saying that they are not aware of any public education. And Doc, respectfully, I do not think that mere announcements of meter replacement,
publications,
exactly, mere announcements of meter replacements can be construed as public education. Okay, people have described this problem as absurd. It doesn't make sense. They don't know how they are buying the credit that are halving in days. What we need is understanding of the problem, okay? Explanation that is data driven and solutions. So I've received your messages, Doc, but I beg to differ. I still think that we need to provide better service to the public. We need to provide explanations that are data-driven, as Imani is saying.
Right. I just want to quickly say that, look, I mean, it is not about being defensive. Your consumers are the ones who are complaining.
Exactly.
And we are
also
feedback. And we are also consumers. Now, it is okay to say that you've issued statements to educate people, but education goes beyond. I mean, how many people are on online anyway, reading some of these materials? I think we should take the education beyond the mere issuance of press statements or press releases and assuming that should suffice. Because the people are in the communities. How many times have we seen ECG people in the churches talking about what exactly the issue is, how to use your electricity, and the change that is about happening, and how you should ensure that
for something this major.
Exactly. I mean, I think that there's a communications department there, or PR department there, for a reason. I know there are some great guys there, there are great girls there, or ladies there, but look, we need to up our games.
For me, I like the part the minister talked about, that there will be compensation given to persons when investigations find out that they were wrongly charged. And it's been established from what we read from CATS International that the inflation rates that were used were well in excess of about 7%. And I did hear the doctor in charge of research at PURC talk about the fact that in their subsequent computations, they will use the current inflation rates and all. I like the proposal that we should have the Ghana statistician on the PRC board so that they can synchronize their computations. But by all means, wherever the investigations find out that we have been overcharged, which is the case, and that's why we are complaining, that compensation must be reflected in our next, whether they are sending it back to us in our next purchase or whatever it is. We are looking forward to that. Justice must be done because we have been wrongly charged. That's very important. A lot more messages have come through. I bought credit of 50 Ghana cedis on my card on Friday. I inserted the card on Sunday evening only to realize it was reduced by 38 Ghana cedis. Kofi sent that from Hohoi. ECG billing issue requires a thorough investigation. My brother lives in the US and no one resides in his house, yet ECG bills him about 400 to 500 Ghana cedis every month. He visited Ghana in October, staying for a month, and during that time, with ACs, fridges, and all other appliances on the bill, was 306 Ghana cedis. So while he was away, he was paying 500 cedis, between 400 to 500 for an empty house. And while he was there using all the appliances, he was paying around 306 Ghana cedis. So the disparities do not simply make sense. So ECG, the ball is in your court. The promise is to reset our user experience. It's not for you to be defensive. All right. In other news, if you're looking for a best of flavor in every sip, discover the refreshing taste of Piva beverages. Enjoy the classic Piva cola flavor, perfect fit anytime. We have Piva cocktail, Piva grape, Piva tangy fruit drink. So discover all these. They're available at a local store near you. 0550032231. Piva beverages, a taste you will love. And GCB Bank wishes the Chinese community in Ghana a prosperous year of the horse. Happy Chinese New Year. As the horse symbolizes energy, freedom, and progress, we hope this year gallops in with the incredible success for your businesses, abundant blessings for your families, and happiness in everything you do. Thank you for trusting GCB Bank as your financial partner. Here's to a fantastic year of the horse from GCB Bank, your bank for life. Very shortly, we'll be speaking to the purveyors of the finest Ghana rice you can find on the market. You know what it is?
Yeah, I have some mixed nuts here with me. They call it the Ultimo.
Come on.
Charlie, you know Ultimo. Ultimo.
It be cashew nut or do we not?
Cashew nut.
No, you didn't capture it right.
Okay.
Honey coated mixed nuts. You forgot the essential part.
Beautiful.
That's why it's tiny. Honey coated. And honey changes the rhythm.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah. Almost. There's this one to chocolate coated.
Chocolate.
It's been chocolate.
Aniti coated.
Oh my God. If you want to be safe, the
Yes.
choco cash, if you can't pronounce it, just go for what's beneath. It's
chocolate
coated cashew nuts. Now it's safe.
I like it.
Aniti black man,
Basically, the cashew nut is well in bellet.
Yes,
and the belt is chocolate and is
black man.
Oh my God. So we'll be speaking to the purveyors of Nana rice who also have on the market more than just rice. So together they are Agro Kings. And we'll be having a conversation. They are sponsors of the Heritage Caravan. That's coming up very shortly. Sky, wait for me. We'll have this conversation. Now, when the world gathers for greatness, one name leads the way. Litina Travels. Litina Travels is taking Team Ghana to the biggest global football event on the planet. It's happening in America, Canada, and Mexico. So join the Litina 2-in-1 experience, uniting world-class football and global business in one unforgettable journey. Your Litina Travels package includes visa to watch all 3 group stage matches, 3 official match tickets, return charter flights, hotel accommodation, and everything that will make your stay comfortable. So 0244-260-789 is the number to call. Our office is at Alicia Hotel, Northridge. Litina Travels is your gateway to the 2026 Global Football Competition. Now, if you drive or own a car, make sure you are protected with motor insurance you can trust. Provident Insurance offers comprehensive third-party fire and theft, third-party only motor insurance with fast, stress-free claims payment. Insure from January to March and enjoy fuel coupons and exclusive branded souvenirs. Terms and conditions apply. Visit any of Provident Insurance's 16 branches nationwide, our agency outlets or licensed brokers. You can also call us 050-937-4928 for enquiries or visit providentga.com for more information. Remember, your Ghana card is required for individuals and 10 for corporate clients. For all motor insurance transactions in line with the NIC directives, with Provident, man, you're covered. Stay with me. When I return from this break, we'll get into this conversation with Nana Rice and Co.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Ramadan Kareem, a season of peace, blessings, and giving. Electroland Ghana Limited is bringing blessings into your home with special value deals on Samsung, TCL, Media, and NASCO. NASCO TVs from just $699, bottom fridge freezer from $1999, chest freezer from $1999, Samsung 6kg twin tab washing machine for 2,999 Ghana cedis, Samsung microwaves from 1,799 Ghana cedis, TCL 43 inches for 2,999 Ghana cedis, TCL water dispenser for 1,599 Ghana cedis, TCL front load inverter for 5,999 Ghana cedis, Media air cooler for 1,499 Ghana cedis, air fryer, juicer, stand mixer, and blender at all special Ramadan prices. Visit EGL showrooms and authorized dealers nationwide. Call us on 0503-159739 and on our website at www.electrolandgh.com. Electroland Ghana, bringing Ramadan value home.
Energy and reconnect with your roots this March at the Back to Your Village Food Festival 2026. Join us for a celebration of Ghanaian culture and cuisine from all across the country. Northern, Akan, and Southern villages will all be represented. It's more than just food. It's about culture, family, and memories that last a lifetime. Let's come together this March to discover the flavors that make us who we are. The date is 28th and 29th of March 2026. Venue is the for Sutherland Children's Park. The time is 10 a.m. through till 6 p.m. each day. Interested vendors can register by calling 0205-973-973. The Back to Your Village Food Festival is powered by Channel 1 TV with support from 97.3 Citi FM.
Nkrumah has always dreamt of commanding his own military forces.
Attention! Eyes right, stand at ease.
Because that dream is still a vision in progress, he spends his time commanding his money with the EcoBank mobile app.
Operation Supplier Payment. Dispatch 1,000 units of currency from Accra to Benin. Move! Move!
Sometimes he wants a little extra control so that he can buy only what he needs.
Command Center mobile app. Activate virtual card protocol and initiate payments for sneakers and t-shirts. Abort mission for leather coat payment.
Even when the general is fast asleep, his standing order marches out to sort his bills. With the EcoBank mobile app, you can command your money to make safe transactions in Ghana and across 33 African countries. Download the EcoBank mobile app on the Play or App Store today.
By the left, about turn.
EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank. EcoBank will never call or send an SMS asking for your PIN, OTP, bank card, or Ghana card details.
Looking for a burst of flavor in every sip? Discover the refreshing taste of Piva beverages. Enjoy the classic Piva Cola flavor, perfect fit anytime. How about a fruity adventure? Try our delightful Piva orange fruit drink packed with recognized citrus flavor. Craving something exotic? Our Piva cocktail fruit drink brings the tropics to you. For a sweet and juicy treat, grab our grapefruit drink and don't miss out on the refreshing Piva Tangerine fruit drink, bursting with tangerine flavor. Piva Cola, Piva Orange, Piva Cocktail, Piva Grape, Piva Tangerine. Grab yours today. Available now at your local store. Call us on 055-00-322-31. Piva, a taste you love. This advert is FDA approved.
P for Piva. The Ghana Exim Bank is 10 years old. Hooray! And to commemorate this milestone, the Ghana Exim Bank is hosting a 2-day international conference on the theme, A Decade of Enabling Export Trade and Industrial Transformation, Resetting Gexim for the Next Frontier. The event takes place on the 25th to 26th of March at the Kempinski Hotel, Gold Coast City, 8 a.m. each day. President of the Republic, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, will perform the official opening of the conference. Special guest and speaker, Honorable Elizabeth Ofosue-Jari, Minister for Trade, Agribusiness and Industry. Conference host is Honorable Sylvester Adina Mensah, Chief Executive of the Ghana Exim Bank. For inquiries, call 0208-541-480 or visit eximbankghana.com/conference to register. Media partners, Daily Graphic, Media General, The Multimedia Group, Citi FM, Radio Gold and Channel 1 TV. And knowledge partners include IFC and SME Finance Forum.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
Mr. J, baby.
This one is for my true lovers in the ghettos. I say order of a uno mundia, go utinko. Get some love, get some love, get some love. It's not you that
It's 41 after 9 and we love our Ghana rice like that. Our love for Ghana rice is like ghetto love. And of course, one of the leading brands when you're talking about Ghana rice is Nana Rice. We have the chief farmer of Agro Kings. Your farm name is Passion.
Yes.
Your farm name is Passion. But there is passion, and then there is I'm trying to remember. There is pineapple.
There's cashew.
There is cashew.
There's GM rice.
GM rice. But all these are names of your workers.
Yes.
So you are the passion.
Yes. So I'm passion fruit, but passion for fruit for short.
And then there's pineapple.
In fact, today is a very special day on the farm.
Okay.
Because Pineapple happens to be our principal farm manager.
Okay.
She's actually our first hire after me on the farm.
Okay.
And today is Pineapple's birthday. So I'd like to take this opportunity to say a very happy birthday to Pineapple. Thank you very much for believing in us. Thank you very much for all the things you do for us. In fact, she's called Pineapple because most people like pineapple because of how sweet it is.
Exactly.
What happened was when people used to drive all the way to the farm, when you get there, you are tired. But after Pineapple has served you some food, giving you some water,
the way she really smile at you,
by the time you are done, so that's really where her name comes from.
Let me teach you a language.
Yes.
But let me teach you ever. You saw Pineapple say atoto.
In fact, we also have agoteku. There's one of our team who's called Agoteku. Agotex for short.
Agotex.
Yeah, we learned it from the Volta region.
Atoto.
Toto. Yes.
Atoto.
So
Pineapple is Atoto.
Yeah, Atoto.
So Atoto, happy birthday. Hey, I beg. I'll stick to Atoto.
It's good to see you. You're welcome.
It's a pleasure to be here.
So you're the brand, you're the name, you're the founder, you're the owner, you're the CEO and everything. The big man. Agro Kings.
I'm the smallest man. In fact, I'm the one who works for all. It's on my head that all the workers are sitting.
But Nana Rice, you're on the caravan.
I am on the caravan.
Where?
This year, of course, it's amazing. It's in fact the city story is a very interesting one. The caravan has always been a place I wanted to even go.
Right.
In fact, my money no they catch. So the caravan. When I count my money, there's always change left. So, but this year we realized that no. In fact, what happened last year at Agri Fair was amazing. For us, 2 years when Agri Fair started, I think the first edition.
Yes, it was in June.
Sold. Yes, it was in June.
And
the second one was in November.
Yeah.
In November, we sold 3 times what we sold in June.
Oh, that's serious.
And for us, it was just like, look, how do you pay this forward?
Right.
Citi has been a very big part of our story, and we were very excited to have an opportunity to be able to contribute in the least way possible.
Yeah.
And honestly, for us as a company, showcasing, we have what we call a North Star, which is we want to showcase the richness on the African continent and specifically on the Ghanaian continent. And we do that through its places, its people, and its products.
Right.
So that's why we are very intentional about how we package our products. We are very intentional about what we are producing. We are very intentional about our people. But then what we are realizing is actually Ghana is a beautiful place.
It
like
is.
when you go to a place like the Volta region, when you go to the northern region, you go to
me.
Takrady, there's so much beauty to be seen
Yeah.
that it's about time we showed that forth.
Right.
And so an opportunity to be able to be on the caravan and to be able to support that is actually a part of what our company's vision is. So that's really why we are partnering with Citi this year.
That's beautiful. But let's take a few steps back, and we know that beyond Nana Rice, which is what a lot of people know, you run what you call Agro Kings.
Yes.
Is rice all you do?
No.
Okay.
So Agro Kings is an agricultural company,
Okay.
Ghanaian-owned agricultural company. We have our main campus at the Kasunya campus. Now, we call it a campus now because it's about a 10,000 acre lot, though we have only developed about 2,000 now of that, and it's a complete community. So on there we have a little over. Hey, do I mention all my staff so that's need to come and teach me? But we have a little over 480 staff that we are engaging.
And these are not outgrowers?
No, those. Our outgrower network is a little over 80,000 as we speak. But for in the community, we have probably about 500 people who live within this community. So it's a self-sustaining community.
So you call it a campus?
Yes, because in there we have a daycare for our staff who have kids.
Right.
In there we have a gym for working out. We have the agri experience as well. So people who may never have seen a farm that size. In fact, it was interesting. People came and said, "I didn't know rice could be grown in Ghana."
Yeah.
So we do have a farm tour experience. So anybody who is interested in being able to come and see that, we're happy to do that.
No, Sky, they have quad bikes so that you can just be
riding
because you can't walk across the place.
No,
it's
huge. But I asked myself, you have people travel all the way to Dubai to go and sit on a quad bike and ride on sand. In Ghana, we can give you a quad bike to ride on sand and also see rice while you're doing that.
Amazing.
And then we also have a fish side to the farm where we are producing, because what happens is we have a water source.
Yeah.
That is, so if there's drought in Ghana for 2 years, we will still be able to farm.
You have your own dam.
Yes, we built our own irrigation system that allows for that to happen. So we store rainwater in that dam in our lagoon,
And then all the water was just traveling to the rice field. But on the way, we said, why don't we? In fact, a friend had visited and said, why don't you guys do some fish? Because it would, the waste of the fish will help and serve as fertilizer for the soil, which would enrich our soils.
Sweet.
So then, since then, we started piloting our fish on a small scale.
Nice.
And then today, it's become a big part of our community as well.
What kind of fish are we talking?
So we are doing both catfish and tilapia.
Oh, beautiful.
In fact, on the caravan, for those who will not be on the caravan, sorry, but on the caravan,
this year's caravan, we have
I'm joining the caravan. By thunder, by fire.
My office.
Whether they like it or not, you see me there, my guy.
Better to be here.
Don't worry. No, I'm not going to feel promise. But on the caravan this year, we'll be having a rice and one more party.
Thank you.
One more party.
Yes.
And then we figure we'll not make it a one more alone. It must be a one more and protein.
Okay.
Because on the farm we have egg. So egg will feature.
Nice.
We have chicken will feature. We have tilapia will feature. Catfish would feature in a different form. Because we are bringing out the catfish sausage on the caravan. So
catfish sausage.
Yes, we are using it to make sausage.
Wow.
So on the caravan there will be all that experience with Angwamo.
This is Agbedudu.
Fried boiled egg with pepper.
No, this is at this level of Agbedudu. We have to restrain you.
Serious.
You can't make people be enjoying like that for 8 days. They are just going to be enjoying on our behalf.
And then for those, let me even make it worse. For those who will be on the caravan, we have a small gift pack which they'll be able to take home. So don't worry. If you can't come, just send somebody on the caravan. And hope that
the caravan is full. The caravan is full.
I know, so I'm hoping that your loved one is already on it, so that they can bring you some of the things. I'm telling you now, because they may not be willing to come and share with you. So I'm just giving you a heads up.
So Nana Rice is going to spoil them.
You are live. So I forgot to mention two things. Shout out to all our PWDs on the campus, On the campus.
Yeah.
Okay. A big part. You understand it.
They thought we have used
on our campus, yes. We are about of the 500 people, about 90 of them are actually persons with disability. It's been a very intentional part of our community.
Inclusion.
Yes, inclusion has been a very important part of our community. And then beyond that, is actually what's also happening in Bimbila, where we're having the rice party. Our smallholder farmers, for most of the farmers in the north, they farm typically for 4 to 6 months, and then for about 6 to 8 months in a year, they're really not engaged. What we're doing is we'll be displaying some of them, because we created what we call alternative employment, where they are weaving. They will be weaving some of these fugu that we are wearing, some of what we're wearing, and then that will also be on display on the caravan.
Oh, beautiful.
A few of the people who will be on the caravan will be able to win a full 6 yards of the Northern Woven Kente. So
beautiful.
It's all part of what we've been doing.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Wow,
we really love it.
I am really excited hearing about the vast array of things that he's promising here. And I think people will have a great time on the caravan. What is intriguing is what you say about the people with disability. I think for a long time we sort of have excluded them from mainstream activities like this, which has been particularly troubling for me, especially when I was in Parliament at the time and saw how legislation was passed, as a reporter, to ensure that they were catered for. Putting them at the center of what you do, giving them something meaningful to do, so that they earn money to support themselves and their families, their loved ones. It's a great thing. We drive around the streets and we see how many who don't have the ways, like a way of getting around and getting things done. Exactly. So I think if we can have a lot more of your life, doing things like this across the country, I mean, we'll reduce the burden, the social burden.
Sky, you need to visit the farm and you explore the amazing array of things that they do there. And see, when you see their rice, the packaging is beautiful. You'll be surprised to know that they produce the packaging themselves, and you will find persons with disability doing that.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
And I wanted to say something about that. For most, maybe for some of your listeners, for other CEOs, it may look like a daunting task. I mean, only last year, October, my goal was, let's start something. We don't know what it could be, so I started with 5.
5 of them.
5 of them.
Wow.
And today they are 90.
Wow,
amazing.
So it's not as though it's not as though it's impossible to do. We all didn't know how to be helpful.
Yeah.
And we engage with translators as well on the farm.
Beautiful.
There's actually one of them who is even she's a hairdresser.
Okay, beautiful.
So she's not only doing farming, she's actually helping the entire community in
So
hairdressing.
if we need your product
Exactly.
and then the rice and all of that, the beautiful thing I'm holding, how do we find you? Yes, cashew.
Yes. So in fact, this March, thankfully, a couple years ago, we signed on Melcom.
Okay.
So we do have nationwide distribution at the moment.
Oh, beautiful.
Especially for the rice. But this March, we have an exciting plan to be able to spread across the entire country. We have a distributor partnership now, which will allow us to go all the way from the northern part of Ghana to the southern part of Axim.
Oh, beautiful.
And so whichever region, whichever area you are, please go to a major outlet probably by the end of the month and you'll be able to see us. But then besides that, on our website, if anybody put in their current location, we'll show you a store that is closest to you. And I also probably leave a phone number that you can call.
Yeah, you can do it now.
Or WhatsApp, and then we will be able to deliver to you.
No, yes, you do.
Should I?
Yeah, please go on.
So the phone number for anyone who wants to order rice to build Ghana,
yes,
is 054 577 3449. 054 577 3449. So you can easily WhatsApp this number and we'll be able to either direct you to a place that's close by or we'll be able to show you where our offices are, where you can find some.
No, the caravan is doing. I'm having a bite of the, honey coated cashew.
Yeah,
I have to file an injunction against at least 2 of them.
I'll move. You're a big man.
We are trying.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you. Thank you
and
very
we'll
much.
see you on the caravan.
All right, buddy.
God bless you. But
thank you for the,
but the cashew, if I make more, you don't say you owe me that.
Box day for you.
Box
day for you.
But wait,
it's a box day for you.
You have to say
when Caleb was getting this guy, I wasn't there. I owe him one. And
it doesn't affect
you. No, it doesn't affect yours. But Caleb is also the one who is taking the trip to the farm.
Precisely.
He has used the quad bike.
Exactly. She has not been there.
I'm still waiting. I'm waiting patiently.
You know, as lawyers, you can't just appear on somebody's.
You know what to do.
So please, do the needful.
I will send a car to pick you up.
Very well.
So you have the full experience.
Pineapple.
And now. Yes.
Well, let them eat transformer.
It's true.
Hey, and having some fresh tilapia and
in fact, I'll give you the fishing rod so that you have it.
Oh yeah, point and kill it.
Yeah, but if you point, we have the fingerlings and the actual full size fish in the same area. So if you throw where you catch the small one, you will take this thing 1,000 go house. I don't know.
But don't worry, that is my area. I did that for so many years as a young man. I can navigate that space.
I know the type I'm talking
Public
about.
interest question. Do you have dogs and cats on your farm?
Oh, no. Okay. They are safe.
Yeah. We would have loved to explore the meat.
We actually have. Oh, and we have pigs. We have chicken. We have dogs, but they are not for sale. They are for safety and security.
No, thank you.
In fact, I forgot. We also have cats because they help to scare away the mice.
I see.
Right. Lovely. So that's the CEO of Agro Kings.
I'm not chief farmer. There's nothing executive about my
chief
position.
Farmer.
I'm a chief farmer.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Agro Kings Nana switch out on the Heritage Caravan. Oh man, it's gonna be a blast. We love it. Ghanaian produce, Ghanaian companies doing amazing, and we are happy to put our weight behind their force. If you're looking for motor insurance that goes the extra mile, Hollad Insurance has something special for you this 2026. You wouldn't want to miss out. Insure your car with Holiday and Hollad and enjoy extra rewards. New customers get to drive away with free fuel vouchers when they sign up. Existing customers, you will get exclusive gifts when you renew. We have 24/7 free roadside assistance for everyone, so you're never stuck on the road. 0800 444 999. Pollard office, visit us, speak to your broker today. Men slack it. Pollard Insurance, we've got you covered. Hey. A sweet deal awaits you. Enjoy exclusive discounts at selected shops until February 28, 2026 at Omni Basic Bank with your debit card. Hey. Don't have a debit card yet? Visit any of our branches, open an account with 50 Ghana cedis or more, get a free debit card, or simply sign up for a debit card if you already have an account with us. 0800 100 790 is the number to call. Omni Basic Bank, not just another bank. The European Union, in collaboration with Dubawa, presents the West Africa Regional Bloggers Webinar. The topic is reducing commercialization of disinformation through responsible blogging and content creation. Friday, 27th February 2026 is the date. Time is 5 p.m. Join Bongo Ideas, Spiky Kobi Nkrumah, and other seasoned bloggers and content creators in Nigeria, Liberia, Sierra Leone for a sizzling conversation on how not to make money out of disinformation. The webinar will be moderated by Na Shoko, actress, media practitioner, and influencer. Okay. So join the conversation on all Europe in Ghana social media handles and all Dubawa social media handles. See the pattern, check the facts, and save our democracy. When factories rise, we protect them. When businesses grow, we guard their future. When families invest in what matters most, we secure their dreams. For over 60 years, accident to travel. For over 60 years, SIC Insurance has been Ghana's shield, built on integrity, reliability, and care. From motor fire to accident to travel, marine, and more, whatever you value, insure it with confidence, insure it with care, insure it with SIC Insurance. Because at the heart of every policy is a sacred promise to care, to deliver, to be there when it matters most. Call us 0800 100 055 or talk to a broker or licensed agent today. SIC Insurance, our promises are sacred. After receiving hundreds of nominations for the Channel One Community Legends from communities across the country, the search for the most deserving and heartwarming stories are underway. Every entry is being carefully reviewed as we identify stories that truly inspire and create impact. So get ready for the exciting review and grand celebration of the 10 Channel One Community Legends, only on Channel One TV and Citi FM. So a bit into the morning, we will cross over to Alisa Hotel, where the Institute of Statistical, Social and Economic Research, in collaboration with the Environmental Service Providers Association and other key partners, are having a stakeholder engagement event on economic importance of investing in waste management and sanitation in Ghana. That's a conversation we'll be bringing you live from the Alisa Hotel. In the meantime, Samuel Akom, brother, how you doing?
I'm okay, Caleb.
It was good to see you yesterday.
Good
Your
morning.
red cup was very beautiful.
Yeah. I was an FO, and
really
some people say that I'm an ever by association,
You're very welcome.
Thank you.
What's in the news?
Coming up in news at 10, public utility